gotta talk to you, sit yourself down. Your old man's got something to say. What you ought to know about the birds and the bees, and to keep you from going astray. 'Cause there are some rules that us menfolk must follow, and life on the farm will be fine. You can bang anything that you find on the farm here, but don't touch your sister, she's mine. You can go pound the mutton as much as you want, maybe Grandma will give you a hand. Or go ask your mother, 'cause she's been a-waiting for you to grow into a man. You can go pork a porcupine, but just you be careful of pricking your dick on the spine. No telling where else you can go dunk your biscuit, but don't touch your sister, she's mine. Don't touch your sister or you'll be in trouble, 'cause that sort of thing just ain't done. If you feel a twitching from down in your britches, go look somewhere else for your fun. You can go shag a sheep or Tasmanian tiger, but they're getting damn hard to find. There's heaps of other places you can pickle your pecker, but don't touch your sister, she's mine. You can go hump your grandpa, 'cause if you're real gentle, he probably won't know that you're there. But when you finish, just button his flannels and prop him back up in his chair. You can go prod the postie or fuck the flying doctor or the preacher when he calls next time. Or just stab the rabbit or choke on the chicken, but don't touch your sister, she's mine. Them crows ain't half bad when you know how to catch 'em. Just fart and they'll think that you're dead. And don't turn your back on the cat, 'cause it scratches, but potty calves love giving head. You can do what you like to the horses and cattle, the chicken, the goats and the swine. You can go stick your dick up a dead dingo's arsehole, but don't touch your sister, she's mine. Don't touch your sister, 'cause you'll be in trouble, 'cause that sort of thing just ain't done. If you feel a twitching from down in your britches, go look somewhere else for your fun. You can do what you like to the horses and cattle, the chickens, the goats and the swine. You can go stick your dick up a dead dingo's arsehole, but don't touch your sister, she's mine. No telling where else you can go dunk your biscuit, but don't touch your sister, she's mine. You can go plant your cock in a wallaby's whizzer, but don't touch your sister, she's mine.
Back when I was a kid, life was going swell, till something happened, blew everything to hell. That night my daddy stumbled in, all pale and weak, said a woman up the block just gave birth to a geek. Mom said, sell it to the circus, what the heck? Dad said, nope, this one's a pencil neck. And if there's one thing lower than a sideshow freak, it's a gritty, scum-sucking, pencil-neck geek. You see, if you take a pencil that won't hold lead, it looks like a pipe cleaner attached to a head. Add a buggy-whip body with a brain that leaks, you got yourself a grit-eating, pencil-neck geek. Pencil-neck geek, grit-eating freak, scum-sucking pea-head with a lousy physique. He's a one-man, no-cut, losing streak. Nothing but a pencil-neck geek. Pencil-neck geek. Soon the geeks were popping up all over town. You couldn't hardly sneeze without knocking one down. After a nice juicy steak, if you need a toothpick, just reach for a geek. they'll do the trick. One day we cut one up for fish bait. Learned our lesson just a little bit late. Soon as the geek hit the drink, the water turned red. Next day, sure enough, all the fish were dead. Pencil neck geek, gritty freak, scum-sucking peahead with a lousy physique. He's a one-man, no-gut losing streak. Nothing but a pencil neck geek. Most any night, you know where I can be found. Yeah, stomping some geek's head into the ground. So keep the faith, cause in Blassie you can trust. I won't give up till the last geek bites the dust. Pencil neck geek, gritty freak, scum-sucking peahead with a lousy physique. He's a one-man, no-gut losing streak. Nothing but a pencil neck geek. They say these geeks come a dime a dozen. I'm looking for the guy who's supplying the dimes. It's gonna be real hard times for all of these gritty, scum-sucking, boot-licking, drop-kicking, gut-grinding, nail-biting, glue-sniffing, scab-picking, butt-scratching, egg-hatching, sleazy, smelly, pepper-bellied, dirty, lousy, rotten, stinking freaks. Nothing but a pencil neck geek.
Pencil neck geek. Pencil neck geek. Pencil neck geek.
Hey guys, before we go, I thought I would play the new video that Spectre put out. He hasn't released it yet. He said we could have first dibs. Let's have a watch. Talking really quickly about EJAS showing today. As I said earlier, I've been sick, flu or something. I debated not going on, but I decided to, which was my first mistake. I should have ducked out when I realised very quickly it wasn't about what EarJuice had told me it was about JMK, but was going to be about me. Hence why they had queued up things I have put down as hearsay and lies a year ago. Heph was uninterested in actual answers and made it clear that even if I had answers to his questions, he still wouldn't have believed them or demanded more evidence. You're a liar, and you've always been a liar, for example. They used a statement made on the kill stream 2 years ago that has been more than corrected, and I have not deviated from one iota. Admitting that correction doesn't matter at all. A sentiment that is echoed by Zoom. You can't correct anything if it helps them. The Geek Thulu thing, in which they try to put words into my mouth. Again, this has been covered, and I put out the full video when Andy Warski claimed it never happened, so you could see it did. It became an internet blood sports fest. Something I should have figured out before I went on. But I figured I'd answer questions. It was obvious. I would never have the answers they wanted. The only thing we can wait for now is the response to the Freedom of Information request. People who haven't dealt with such things like to say, this is how it's done, and tell you, the person who filed it, that you're a liar. That's fine. Let them say what they will. Go on about your day is my philosophy. And at the end of the day, it's just the internet. And yes, I am thread banned from the JMK thread on Kiwi Farms. And that's fine. I would point out that no matter how it played out, I think that was a guarantee, given what EarJuice showed us from his
EJAS'
own
pissing
logs
video.
from Kiwi Farms personalities talking about me to him. This is Spectre, signing off. Godspeed, Spectre. Godspeed, sir. Amazing.
Okay, Laura, let's do it! All right there. I got your attention. Power of trust is crucial because you trust yourself. She's fine. She's fine. You put the power of trust in yourself because you want to trust only you. She's okay. She's all right. She's fine. I've done this before.
You guys, do me a favor. Okay, do me a favor. You guys just step up. We're gonna go. I know it's really dark. Be careful.
I've done this a lot. She's fine.
I thought I cut that bit out. But oh well! Welcome to EJAS. How are we all going today? I hope everybody is fantastic. I see we've got a lot of people in the chat, but look at how many bloody people we've got in the bloody Discord. Just wait. I think I'm cutting a few out. Oh, I don't know. I can't work these things out. Alright, well let's bring them all in and just prepare for a lot of noise. Let's do it!
Like the tribe.
Here we go! Hey guys, how are we doing all today?
Very good.
Shit.
Oh, that's
Talking about how we don't like Jews. It's a good day.
yeah. Juice in general, or actually is it?
Troons, cat boys, and Jews. Pretty much.
Oh, Jews. Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about it's me.
Yeah, we were talking about you, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, you are a Jew, motherfucker.
Alright, who the fuck... We're gonna have our first issue of the night. Who the fuck is making all that clacky sounds? You're gonna get gassed very quickly. Fuck you, whoever that is.
Oh, wait till Heph gets in here and throws a fit because of it. Oh, there we go.
Heph is here. He's here already.
What am I throwing a fit about? I was taking a piss.
The noise is in the microphone.
Salty frog. Alright, I'm just gonna turn you down a bit, sir.
I'll just put them at 10%.
So there's been a lot of things since last week, a lot of updates. So we're probably going to go over that in the second half of the show. That is to do with Spectre, JMK, and there's a new Sperg. I would like to introduce a new Sperg to the Who's the Biggest Sperg game, so we're going to have to re-roll and do that again. But that's going to be for the second half of the show.
Oh, we need new sets of Spergs.
New sets of Spergs. We should just do it every week. We'll just do it. Yeah.
Spurg tribes.
Yeah,
we need to find like huge sales of Spergs that are hidden away. That's what we work to do.
Well, look, I found one. I found a whole bunch here. Look at all the Gropers on. Here, look. Here we go. Here's the graphic. Here we go. Oh my God, there's Spurg, but who's the biggest Spurg? He's a Spurg, and there's a Spurg, but who's the biggest Spurg? Start playing again. Oh my God, they're a Spurging, but who's the biggest Spurg? He's a Spurg, and he's a Spurg, but who's the biggest Spurg? Looks like
I'd say the Fuentes Spurgs are the actual Spurgs of the Gropers. I don't even think they're fucking Gropers, to be honest.
Well, you're the only Fuentes fan on here, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're self-titled Gropers?
Hello, fucking cat
All right. Salty frog, you are getting on my nerves already, sir. Fucking hell, man. Sort out your audio.
Oh, he's talking.
No, he's rattling paper.
No, it's just rattling paper or something. I have no idea. All right, well, let's quickly go because we asked that last week and we got it totally wrong. We need to know, Ukrainian. What is a groper, or a groipink? Go down
Okay.
salty.
Turn us
So the Groypers were the Pepes in the meme wars, and then after the meme wars, most of the Pepes left the internet, but some of them stuck around, and they rebranded as Groyper. So Groyper started as an image in 4chan, and then a couple days later, the Groyper, that Groyper, came to Twitter and started using the Groyper as an avatar and making memes with it, and then it just took off from there. But regular old style Groypers are essentially the spring toad, and he's sick and tired of politics and yelling at people online. So he's just going to sit back now, and he's going to watch everybody fight it out. But he's going to do it from the sidelines with a nice cup of tea and cozy memes and just yucking it up with his friends, because he's been in the battle and he knows it's pointless. So that's really what the old generation Groypers are about.
Right.
And then the Nick Fuentes Groypers that came about in November of last year, they're like the complete opposite. They're extremely politically active. They're some of them are extreme right wing. Others are more towards the center and leaning right. A lot of traditional Catholics. So these are, traditionally conservative people as it is. But Nick sort of went in there and he said, well, I'm going to steal the Groyper meme, and I'm going to say that now it doesn't mean cozy frogs and tea time with that Groyper. Now it's about getting out there and facing these enemies that he's selected, and that he doesn't seem to ever go out and go after. He just sits in his studio, he collects his super chats, and he tells everybody, oh, go out and get Charlie Kirk. And so as soon as he started doing that, and you've got people like Patrick Casey up at the microphone, and he's saying things to Charlie Kirk, and I'm not sure if it was him specifically, but somebody said shout out to Groypers, and that's pretty much what kicked it off. And suddenly we had a flood of all these Zoomers who became Groypers suddenly, had no idea what the meme meant, but now to them it meant this menacing frog that was coming to get you if you were doing what they didn't like.
Yep.
So that's the Groypers. Really.
All right. So what do you guys stand for then, or why choose the Groyper handle?
So the Groyper, the reason I became a Groyper was because I was sick and tired of arguing with people who never ever change. Like, you can't change anybody's opinion over the internet. You just fight it out. And after a while, you get tired of fighting, and you just want to hang out with your friends and make jokes and just let everybody else do it.
Yeah, right.
So we're pretty much apolitical. I mean, we were all, right-wing conservatives at some point, and some of us to more extreme degrees than others. But aside from that, we've got Groypers from all different groups politically.
All right, cool. All right, yeah, because that's all I've noticed with you guys. Like, you all seem to hang around together, and you've got a bit of. You were talking about setting up a community and stuff IRL, or that was one of the other guys, I think. Or was that sort of stuff going on?
Yeah, that was somebody else, but
some fucking retard trying to start a doomer cult.
Yeah, he really wasn't a Groyper at any time. He just was kind of an outlier in the community who supported Groypers.
Oh, oops, that's not the right screenshot. Alright, well, let's get into the LonleyKek stuff. I'll just bring in Sandwich. I'm not sure
This
if he
greasy
has questions.
faggot.
So LonleyKek, he was part of your group, I take it, or he came and joined your little group. Do you want to explain, like, when he first popped up or anything like that before we get into it?
First Kekistan back in 2017, right?
Yeah, back
Yeah,
in
that's it.
2017, he was running around with Pepe avatars and posting Kek memes.
And so he's
a huge.
Sorry.
He's a huge rare peppy guy. I'm sorry.
I got Salty turned way down. Sorry.
Yeah, no, Salty sorted out his stuff.
Alright, Salty.
So, and then fast forward to today, he's no longer posting Kek sort of stuff and Pepe sort of shit. He's posting Antifa stuff.
Oh no, he's still posting cringy fucking Kek shit, and he's also he's pretending to be Gropers. He's hijacking other people's Groper memes. Or Gropers.
Yeah,
You guys really need to change that name.
Which one?
Yeah, so the Gropers.
Right.
Yeah, that's a little more Nick Fuentes with the rape thing.
Rape. I thought that was Marv's.
It is.
I thought Marv's were all rape.
Sounds like a happy hour thing.
Marv's and ducked.
Yeah, well, they've got the tunnel with all the walking Groypers coming out of it to rape Charlie Kirk.
Right.
You know about duck rape? Duck rape is real too.
I don't know. Yeah, okay. We're going to move on from duck rape. Let's get into the story. So, Ukrainian, I think you're the one that's talking us through this. Whoops, that's not the right screenshot. We're going to go... I'm going to be showing some screenshots, and you're going to be talking us through the story about LonleyKek Greek... So what's his name? LonleyKek Kekistani. How he tried to get money out of you. His little LARPs, all sorts of ops. Savage, you have something to say before we go?
Let's say it's probably easier just to call them the lonely frog virgins. I mean, at this point, the name is probably the least cringy shit about all of it.
Well, do you hear there's Peck? There's a new one. There's Peck now. This little purple bird thing. I think he's out of the Bible or some shit. I have no idea. I don't know. I can't keep up with this shit.
Who knows what these cringy marketing cocksuckers?
Trash stuff? What? Trash stuffs are old. Yeah, Peck.
What are these
trash stuffs?
animal memes?
They're from the Chan. The trash stuffs are like the oldest. Fuck, man, that's old, right?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Peck?
I don't know either.
Baron,
Yeah, that's what they call them, trash stubs.
Yeah, they're trash stuffs.
Trash stuff.
It's the fucking dove that its head flops all around, right?
No, I don't know. I just saw it today. They said now there's Peck. I have no idea. I'm trying to find it. I don't really care about this. So.
They're autistic Chan cartoons, is what they
This
are.
whole stream is fucking autistic. All right, Ukrainian.
EarJuice. Sorry, before you move on,
Yeah.
where's Lispy faggot at?
Well, you're on the show. What do you mean?
It's hard to get past the lisping when he's explaining something. I don't know if somebody else can explain it that's not sucked a million cocks.
Savage, I can't work out your personal problems for you, dude. Especially on stream. I don't know what the fuck any of you cunts are talking about today. Seriously, this is fucking shit.
One dentured faggot yelling at another.
Just something about. Wait, did Fudd and Stretch finally have a baby with one another or something? So what's happening?
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
You both got dentures. I don't know. And you're gay for one another.
I don't have.
You tell me all the time.
Nigger, I still have most of my real teeth, faggot. Jesus.
Most. Most being the important word. All right.
It's whatever.
I'm going to try the third time. Ukrainian Groyper, do you want to start at the story of Lonely Kakistan? I've got the first screenshot.
All right. So
Question number 1.
this is the Lonely Greek Pakistani. We tend to call him LGK.
Right.
And he's a notorious grifter. We've got him across multiple accounts, across multiple platforms, especially Facebook. He seems to hang out on Facebook whenever he's outed from Twitter.
Well, he jumps on Reddit too.
Oh yeah. He's well-rounded.
Yeah. So what's
so-
he saying here? Myself wants to meet a good US girl to leave together in case my life is in danger. They're hiring anarcho-commies and thugs. Not joking. PayPal me at Lonely Greek Kakistan. Right. And he's
What a
actually
faggot.
serious. Like, if I saw that, I'd just be like, okay, what a faggot. But he's actually trying to get money out of people and has been successful.
The thing is,
yeah.
when you've known him for 3 years,
Yeah.
you know, it's different than just running across this fucking account, you know, because if I seen this account and I had known him for 3 years, I'd be like, what a faggot, you know, and obviously.
So, yeah, here we are. So the first grift that we can figure that he pulled on Frog Twitter was that he was working at this family-owned car wash, and the car wash wasn't doing so well. And so he starts talking about how, you know, they've got all these taxes to pay and all these fees and licensing and whatnot. And if you go to the next image.
Oh, yeah. Yep, I got it.
Stretch, what are you doing?
He's going for a fucking drive.
Look, I don't know.
He's going for a drive.
so-
by the sounds of it.
He's gonna go buy some weed to try to make sense of this story.
Alright, let's get through this. God damn it.
It gets stupider.
Oh, go joy.
It only gets stupider from here.
Oh, yeah. So now he says, well, he's working at the car wash, but he has a cracked vertebrae and he's in huge pain. And he's waiting for surgery, but he needs a lot of money. So here we see that, he's starting to get the grift together, although once you'll see this as a pattern. His
Right, I
grift
mean, he's
always
not
had
asking.
something wrong with him.
He had other accounts back then. We just weren't able to track them. I know people donated to that car wash thing to try and help them.
And this Saint Kek is the Lonely Greek Kekistan just rebranded. It's the same account. It's not a new one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right
he
on.
renamed it 3 fucking times at least.
Yeah, no, it says, and I'm helping my little brother in his car wash. We're having huge economic problems. Here's a picture of
Yes.
the car wash.
So yes, this is the car wash that he claimed he was working at. I mean, I guess that could be a car wash. This looked like a pressure washer or something. But very shortly after that, then he says, well, these thugs came by and they destroyed the store. And we've owned this store for like 10 years, and it's a family business. We built it from nothing, and we've got all these bills to pay. So you can see, again, he's building up towards this, we need lots of money.
Yeah.
With that hole punched in the drywall?
Yeah.
That's
I
his
didn't even notice that.
Alright, next picture.
Yeah, so then, a couple of months later, he posts that he's been stabbed by some junkie with a dirty needle. And now he doesn't know what's going on, and he might have something, and, you know, everybody pray for him.
There was a bike crash. There was a bike crash before that. But
what is Bronx Blogger doing in the Ukraine?
See,
it's
we
supposed to be in Athens, right?
Right. You got to throw a little backstory in here that Ukrainian forgot is he's supposedly a cop over in Athens, over in this area. He's, you know, posted numerous pictures of him with his, like, SWAT team, anti-Antifa buddies and shit like that, fighting, you know, the anarcho-commies.
Right. Because his brother's the one that runs the car wash, and he's just looking out for him.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
And this, supposedly him and a buddy were off duty, and he saw this guy and this girl fighting, so they rush over there to help the girl, because that's another part of the MO. He's always the hero. And the guy sticks him with a dirty needle. Well, at the end of the day, it turns out that these two are a couple, and they're fighting over the last hit of dope. So that's where this comes from. Right.
Please, if you want, and, like, pray for me not to be transmitted any disease. Great.
And what he does is he runs like 3 accounts. So one account he'll introduce himself, the other account he'll introduce his disease, and then on his third account he'll praise him as some sort of hero. So it kind of makes him seem important, and people feel bad for him, and they get dragged into it. And the most fucked up part about all of this is he was preying on people that are sick, and, you know, that aren't well off, and that, you know, they see this and they feel bad for him, so they end up donating.
Yeah. God, his typing is horrible.
The shittiest fucking thing. Yeah.
And you're right, and that's
he types perfect. He types perfect at other times, but he types absolutely like a fucking retard on this account.
Right, but this is a tell. This is a huge tell. I mean, you read that, he's the only person I've ever seen that types like that. You know, that speaks in that manner.
Yeah.
But there's other accounts where his English is very well spoken out. There might be a little twist in there, but other stuff is perfect. I mean, is as good as you or I would do.
Alright, so he hasn't been on Twitter for a while. He starts out with his PayPal link. He goes on about getting stabbed by a junkie. It ended up getting hepatitis B. I managed to find the 2 out of 3 dye. I'm guessing that's money needed for my
it's like
treatment.
fucking $5 or $6 grand a month is what he was fucking asking for.
Yeah, I must find some money to finish, or else I must start again.
Yeah. So the thing that is inherently wrong with this one post is that it's hepatitis B. Hepatitis B doesn't have a cure. Hepatitis C does. And he was questioned about it several times, and he kept insisting, no, it's hepatitis B. So, I mean, at that point, people started getting suspicious of what was going on with this guy.
Can hepatitis B even be transmitted via a needle?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's
blood to blood.
Common. Hepatitis B is
my
like
bad.
you can get out of a dirty bong and things like that as well.
Dirty bong? Really?
Yeah, dirty bong can give you Hep B, yes. It's more from a bacterial. It starts from a bacterial thing, from what I learned. I just got to read out donation. No. Generation Zero or Geno Zero. Tip $3. Forgot to tip last stream. Thanks for bringing some good shit, EJ and Stretch. Also, the Groypers talking shit about Kekistan is peak zero self-awareness. Well, you know what is so exciting is that you, sir, get the first animation. Yes, I did steal it off COG. Here we go. You get a little animation. Right now, how to do it.
I'm acting super paranoid right now. I'm a fraud. You get that, right?
I love how it flies into the vagina. I was very happy with that. Very happy. Oh, thank you for the tip. I guess we'll go on to the next Yeah, if you can't hear that, it's because only the stream can hear it, so it's a bit difficult. So this is the medicine here and stuff. Replying to Ask PayPal.
Yeah, so he had a problem with his PayPal account. He couldn't access the funds, or at least that's what he was claiming. And so he was out on the timeline asking PayPal, and including these pictures of medications, which we did look up, and they are used to treat hepatitis C. But again, there's no proof that he ever took those medications, or that he didn't just scam those photos from Facebook.
Yeah, so it's medication for hepatitis C. Because hepatitis B is just I think is just a simple thing. I don't know. I've never contracted hepatitis, so I'm not sure. But hepatitis C, there is a whole treatment thing, because an old friend from high school went through it. I know about that. It's paid for by the government in Australia too, so let's piss off all the right wing people. All right.
So, yeah. So then he starts posting about how he's really upset because the anarcho junkie, which this is the first time that he's ever referred to this junkie as an anarchist. So,
right.
You know, everybody saw this post and was like, what the hell is he talking about? But he's very sad because the junkie has more rights than him, apparently. And he's decided he's going to post some nice pictures of Athens. And looks, I mean, he's so hard to understand, but it looks like he's complaining about the rapefugees and the libtards.
Well, the worst part is if you hear him talk, that's what he sounds like. He's writing.
He really does.
Now, Heph, are you still around here? Did you want to rant about why you don't trust Athenians and why not to trust them?
Well, because they're fags, but
well,
I mean that.
You know, there's a lot of fags. So, is there any other reasons?
Well, just like any major metropolitan area, it's gonna be more fucking liberal, and that's where all the commies are in Athens. All the commies and the fags.
There you go. Also, Heph, what do you think of my chat? I changed the font. I think it's a bit better. Oh, whatever. Fuck you.
Yeah, I can read the names.
Yeah, it was really annoying. You can change the text color, but not the name color without just picking one of the defaults. I'll try and work on it. We'll get there. All right, this is the next screenshot. This is just a chase of what's happening for the past 10 years, with the climax occur for the last 5 to 6 years, which this is every weekend situation. Many police had injured, but many of these cucks get arrested, so it was a success. Right.
Yeah, and you see how he's managed to clean up his language quite a bit. The reason that I threw this post up is because the top left-hand corner, the guy with the flaming bottle, he will end up using that as an avatar for his Antifa account later on.
Little do you know, that was really him.
What?
Okay. Yeah.
Alright, this is piquing my interest.
No joke.
This is piquing my interest now.
Yeah, so then we get this other character in here who we're not really sure what her deal is, but she started 3D printing all these tech things.
There's some people that think that this is him.
Yeah, there are. There are some people who
There's
think that
quite
this
a
is
few
him.
people that think that he is this person also.
Well, you did catch him out where he was actually LARPing as other people, so you have figured that part out, just not this one in particular.
Yeah, so we're not sure if anybody's ever actually bought any of this stuff from this person, but again, it's all money going straight to LGK.
Also, it would be a honeypot too, because whoever bought this shit, they get their address.
Yeah, especially if
Right.
they're going through eBay and stuff, they're gonna get their docs.
Right.
Very well could be an Antifa, scenario.
Yeah. So, then people started donating.
Yeah.
This person, gave $20. I remember I gave $20 when he first going on about needing medicine for his hepatitis.
I don't know, you might want to block out the transaction ID. I don't know how important that is.
Oh, we'll just move on then. I thought it was
But
safe
yeah, there
because you put it in there.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not a crypto fucking.
All right,
nerd.
so here he is again after this. God, that's annoying to try and read. Something about his insurance, and he needs a
The
lawyer
thing with
cost.
the thing with the receipts was we found about 6 or 7 people that donated, and a couple of the people, the names are different. But that name was the one that was attached to the PayPal.
Right.
Yeah, we're playing semantics. Let's just keep.
Okay.
So anyways, here he is again whining about how bad things are for him, that what he said he had done was he had gone out and he had given this junkie a bad beat down, put him in the hospital. And I guess now the junkie has come back and is suing him for assault. So here he is talking about how he needs money to get this lawyer to protect him from getting sued.
And so he was also saying he was one of these police officers or whatever they are.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right.
That's exactly right.
Yep. And he originally said he was going to make a list and pay everyone back. And,
that's actually coming up. I think that might be the next one, isn't it?
Whoever that is that's deciding that they want to make toast or something, can you just mute, please? Also,
Wait, well, just to get an idea.
Yeah.
Were you guys still talking to him and?
I wasn't.
Yeah, I wasn't
telling
talking
people,
to
he
him.
started telling people that I couldn't be trusted as soon as I started outing him and started turning people against me.
As soon as you started what?
As soon as I realized what was up, I started telling people, this dude is grifting. And when he realized that, he started telling people I couldn't be trusted and that he was working for the anti-terrorist group now, and he had to pretend like he didn't have a job for 6 months, and the grift completely increased 100%.
Yeah, what was that? He was unavailability or something.
Yeah, his excuse was that he had witnessed something between the Albanian mob or something, and he was going into witness protection, and that they had already had funerals for them. It was so fucking retarded, and I can't believe people at that point believed it,
Well,
you know.
And it started getting more bizarre and more, James Bond.
Well, yeah. I think we're getting into a lot of that anyway as we keep going through this. So this, it says, the caption is, he tries to commit suicide?
Yeah. He tried to commit suicide twice, supposedly, and I told him to show me what he said he committed suicide with he chugged a bottle of wine and took a bottle of Lyrica, and his feet swelled up, and he was in the hospital, and he said that he needed money for meds now when he got out of the hospital. And I said, well, show me a picture of the meds, and he showed me a picture of Lyrica, which main side effect is increased suicidal thoughts. So there's no way in hell any doctor is gonna prescribe you the same med that you tried to commit suicide with, which side effect is increased suicidal thoughts.
So is this something in between you, Greg? Is this a DM between the two of you?
Yeah, it was between me and him.
All right, and then his bike gets stolen. Let's go into this.
Yeah,
Once again,
so
the first time.
You mean his stolen bike got stolen?
oh yeah, yeah, he
Ukrainian.
yeah he's had it stolen a
My
couple
diploma?
of times here. Yeah,
My diploma?
His diploma. Yeah.
He's a cop. He's a cop, and he keeps his diploma, his license, his bank cards, every fucking single thing on him when he goes into no-go zones.
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah. So
how does diploma? Yeah, that's very odd. All right. Now we've got a picture of his bike.
That's when he got robbed. No, that was the cop's bikes. He got robbed at gunpoint. He said the dude fired a round at the ground and everything.
Right.
And that was supposedly the scene of when the cops showed up. There's his fucking troll feet.
Yeah, what's the go with the feet?
after-
Why are we looking at feet? So these guys back here are cops. Oh no, well that one looks like a cop. There you go. So there is at least one cop. And then we've got.
That's from the
Yeah.
suicide.
That is some great feet. If you're a foot fetishist, I must say,
Feet right
it's got
there.
the right high amounts of toe jam. It's got cysts. Oh, look there. There's a cyst.
Yeah, zoom in on those toenails there.
That shit's all bent out sideways.
Look like burned pig feet. Oh, Jesus Christ.
oh,
Hey, look, it's a lumpy thing here. What's
it's
that?
like sunshine yellow.
And then they're just full of fluid. Oh, that's great. So
Yeah.
why are we looking at his feet? Because that's what he showed to us.
That was the suicide attempt.
He's
yeah.
like-
that was it.
No, it says
That was
that
the
was.
outcome of chugging a bottle of wine and eating
Oh.
a bottle of America.
No, it says here
Yeah,
he gets into
yeah,
a bike
the-
crash, and that was him showing it. Okay, well, no, I don't know.
This was prior. This was the suicide attempt, and then he killed himself, supposedly.
Yeah. So
drove
we
the
just.
bike off a cliff.
Don't rush ahead.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Let's just
Alright.
keep going.
Let's go through. Yeah, just go through this. Yeah. So thanks. I can't trust simple coppers now. So he's not trusting the police now. Not even my own.
Yeah.
And the ones I trust here are within me. Within me. In that, so all of you have seen movies. How it goes. Yes. I mean, each of my friends who are in this are sending infos in people who are unimaginable. Oh, and then he's saying his real name. We might move on because probably don't watch.
It's not his real
Well,
name.
this is
the most common
supposedly after he moved into the safe house. You know, when
That-
they
that is-
when
I
they
wanna ask-
infiltrated the Antifa and they infiltrated the Albanian mob and all this.
Yeah,
So
right.
now him and his cop buddies are all in the safe house.
Yes. But I was told it was only going to be 20 minutes, so I did get a few things out.
No, that's okay. That's all good. All right, so yeah.
So then
it's-
this is his little brother, or him pretending to be his little brother, coming into the DM to mention that he's died from a bike accident that was stolen from him before he got into the accident.
Right. And did he send this to multiple people and chat to multiple people as his brother?
Well, who got this screenshot? Who is this from?
Greek got that.
From Greek?
Yep.
Oh, it doesn't matter. If you don't know, you don't know. I was just wondering, yeah.
Oh yeah, he did. He sent multiple ones out to people, but yeah, I got that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so somebody took a look into that weird name that he said was his real name, and it turns out that it's just some common Greek name, like,
The most common
Bob
name.
or Jim or
It's a
something.
very common Greek name.
Yeah.
Panayoti.
Yeah.
It was actually an old common name. That's what it says right there. Yeah.
Okay. Next screenshot.
So then I catch him alive after he's supposed to be dead. And I came out and I said, well, look, anybody who has dealt with this guy, and I retweeted him. And I said, look, anybody who's dealt with this guy, he's a scammer. Don't let him scam you. I mean, he managed to scam me and a bunch of other people last year. So watch out. And we've got this guy here, and we think this may also be one of his accounts, especially by the way that he's kind of talking, not in sentences.
He gave it a shout out on one of his old accounts too, a bunch of times, but I'm not sure on Dumpster Truffle. There's like 3 of them. It could be.
Yeah. So this incident, this series of posts that came up, I only threw in this one here, but it seemed to set off his desire to come after me specifically. It didn't blow him up into Antifa land, at least not yet, but he was pretty mad about this. So here we see him complaining from one of his other accounts that he wasn't supposed to get caught being on, but this was the account I caught him on.
And he's calling you fucking grifters? These fucking grifters in the frog community.
And the thing
cries
too
out as he strikes you.
Right, that meme is one of his signatures. He's been using that same peppy meme, the war meme picture there for 3 years.
And here we can see again that same account talking to him, and it could just be him, because that's his MO, right? He comes in, and then another person boosts him, and then another person, that's how he is.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yep. And he's been laughing at as his brother as well at this point.
Yeah, so now things go really bizarre. And he says, the doctors have found an aneurysm. And now he's finished.
This is right after he faked his death.
Yeah.
All of a sudden he's dead, and now he's back online looking for a girlfriend to save him from the commies, and he has an aneurysm.
Yeah, right. So, hi fams and friends. The docs found I have an aneurysm. I have to be at the hospital at the first 30 minutes. And I wasn't. If I'll ever stop to tweet or DM or anything else, then that's it. Finito. No joking. There are 15 to 30% of bye-bye in a few days. And 50 to 60% in 2 months. It's true. GIF. Oh, I'm so glad I scrolled down. Yeah, totally. When you're composing complete fucking bullshit and then posting an "it's true" as a GIF.
That tweet doesn't even make sense.
Why does Streamlabs want to call in? What? Fucking Streamlabs. Fuck you. I'll work you out one day. Alright, next screenshot.
So, then we get really bizarre shit going on.
Oh, yeah.
I threw this in even though it's out of the sequence of time, because it's relevant to the next one, because here he's talking about, his account got reported for suspicious underage activity, so he had to ditch it. And then
let's have a look at the next one.
And then we find this account, which turns out to be him. And he's going on another grift here on the bottom about his mom passing away, and he's got to do stuff for his dad and take care of his younger siblings. Oh, and he doesn't have any friends in real life. No surprise there.
Friends here, yeah, right. And he's got condom glasses. Never even considered condom glasses. Alright, now he's pretending to be a kid. Here as well. Well, for me, this is all my life. I skipped school to help my father till my siblings go to high school. Then my only option is to join the army in 6 to 7 years, when my little sister will be 14, 15 years old, and be able to take care of the house. My baby brother will be 12 to 13, so I can help with money. Right.
It's called child slave labor because he's running a car wash.
So, yeah, so then I called out that account.
I'll be back in a sec. I'm just going to close my door with it. My nephew's over having for a swim. You didn't keep going without me, what?
So anyways, this is where I called him out on that particular account with the condom glasses, because he had posted another one of those really cringy kek memes. And I said, you know, where did you get that meme? And he says, oh, well, I've got a friend on Facebook and he gave me access to this rare meme stash and there's like 20 gigs or more. And so I just said to him, you know, bullshit. I know who you are. You know, and as we were showing in the previous posts, so that's what I'm referring to here about exposing him. And I'm talking about the YouTube channel because he had come over to my YouTube channel and started talking shit about Greek. And it was like on a stereo repair video. Like, I don't even make meme videos. So, you know, the comment was so out of place. So I said to him, yeah, like, just fuck off. Get away from me and don't be around. I'm not your fucking friend. Stop following me. Like, of all the dumb things to do, if you don't want to get noticed by somebody who can notice you, is to hide under their nose. Like,
yeah. And so
after that,
and so he was DMing people and trying to turn the group against you and Greek, as far as from what I know.
He would DM people individually too and hit them up and grift. You know, hey, can you help me out? Have you done any of that to help me out?
But was also shitting all over other people at the same time.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, he loves to name drop.
Mentioned that his meme stash was called Pee Holder. It was like the fucking cringiest shit from 2017. Literally a site called Pee Holder, and you just Googled Pepe, and that's where he got his shit from.
All right, so what are we looking at here? It says he becomes Antifa.
Yeah. So right after I made that post to him, suddenly this Antifa Athens account pops up. And we would not have found him had he not tagged Caspa. And we think he did this because he knows the report fags will immediately show up if they see Caspa. They probably sit there all day and search her name over and over. And all of a sudden, he's Antifa, and he's got a post of my account, and he's asking people who are with the deplatform hate Antifa group to come and get me, because obviously he needs me out of the way so he can grift some more. So yeah, he went out and found a bunch of Antifa posts and posted that exact post like good 7 or 8 times.
Yeah, and here he is using that screenshot from before. Fascist Groper working together with Casper and others to harass me and ban me because they hate facts and truth, and I'll send more of their group. Please help me. So basically, because you're calling him out, he decides to start saying that you're harassing him.
Yeah. And his profile page for that account had a blurb about him exposing all of the Groypers one by one. He was going to bring them down, and we're all fascist Nazis. So then he goes silent for a couple of days, and suddenly this new account pops up, and he's posting about he's got an Antifa account. So
But he wasn't silent. He wasn't silent. There was a Vlad 1, a 2, and a 3.
Yeah, and when Vlad 1 and 2 went down, Vlad 3 was created, as you'll see in the next picture.
Just wait. Sorry, I was letting people into the Discord and stuff because I saw it. But they were wanting it in the chat. All right, here we go.
So then we had somebody go in and ask. We had Casper go in and talk to him and accuse him of being LGK. And here he's denying it, but then she grabbed a screenshot of that same post where he once had the Antifa guy throwing the bottle, but now it's the Groyper and the name is different. He's gone and rebranded the account, but it's the same one, and the post was still there. So here she is calling him out and telling him he's a dumb fucking gypsy, and that his Jewish grift is over. And yeah, that's when we started mocking him and making a fake account called the LonleyKek Lore.
Right.
So that was her calling him out with posts from the LonleyKek Lore account. And I think that's what's up next.
It can be, yes. So here is the fake account that you've made.
So yeah, it says gay nigger AIDS on the shield.
Oh, okay, and you've put up video and stuff of him.
Yeah, I made that video. That's his mom trapped in the gypsy trapped in a Goodwill dumpster. She got caught stealing.
All right, let's play this because that sounds fantastic. I really want to see this.
You haven't seen this? This is great.
Oh, but it's not actually him. Oh, his mom.
No.
Oh no, it's real.
The beginning is.
Yeah, no, play it from the beginning.
Non si può entrare nell'angolo rotture della Lidl.
Oh no! But he has made so you did post some videos of him. Did we want to quickly watch those as well? Let's have a look. So this is Kek. This is LonleyKek talking about Kek, our great leader, gave me.
This is his vision. Yeah, he had a vision from God.
Right. So he thinks Kek is. All right. Well, let's just watch it.
I'm sorry for my appearance.
Greasy faggot, sweat all
I
oil.
just woke up and I have a vision of our great Kek. And I don't know, I'm sweaty, it's 3 a.m. in the morning. I saw Kek.
I have a black butt in my
Look
ass.
at my hair. Okay, I don't mind because I have a message. He told me that we will win. We will win that war against those dragon slayer liberals.
God damn it.
Who attacked all over the world. I am from Greece. We have the same problem. Liberals are attacking
Can you
all
make
over
sense of
the
those
world.
tattoos?
Beware.
Pardon?
Can you make sense of those tattoos?
No, not really. Alright, we'll keep playing.
My kek brothers, be vigilant. We will prevail. Kek may be with you.
Yeah, what a weird ass faggot. It's very odd, isn't it?
That's coming from EarJuice.
Fuck off. Alright, so this fake account, you just posting old posts, and just basically calling out his bullshit. So he's still around on Twitter, posting as this Antifa person.
But he's still on the gay Kekistani account. There's more posts on there.
Yeah, but
he is somewhere on Twitter.
He all his accounts went down a couple days ago. There was, Jesus Christ, was there almost a dozen of them?
I was going to say there was probably at least half a dozen to 10 or so.
Yeah, they all went down at once.
I think that's
another thing that's strange too is a lot of those accounts are back from 2016, 2017. Some of them are 19, but they're not all brand new, within the last 6 month accounts. These are older established accounts. So we're thinking he's got them, stacked up there.
all right.
Yeah.
Well, let's see if chat has got any questions, because this is where we've got. Oh, Ukrainian. Was there anything else you wanted to add? Before we.
No, that's it.
All right. Well, let's see what let's see where this is gonna go. Kino Retard, you are live on EJAS. Did you have something to ask the Gropers?
Are these real Gropers, or like the what? Do they follow that Groper, or are they like Nick Fuentes Gropers?
They do not follow Nick Fuentes. We've worked out. They are the other.
Okay, good. That's like the sign of like a fake Groper is if that Groper doesn't follow them, then they're not cool.
Right.
This is correct.
Yeah. I mean, that Groyper doesn't consider himself the leader, and because, like, the problem is once you have a leader in a group, then everybody wants to fight to be the leader. So we just agreed that there was no leader of the Groypers, which is why Nick was so bullshit to come out and be like, I'm the leader of the Groypers.
Well, I've got
it seemed a bit like a grift, yeah.
A while ago, when they first started the Daily Groper, I went back on all of the people who were contributors to that. I went back in their timeline. A few of them, like literally a year ago, like a few months before, had been, Ben Shapiro fans, been supporting the war in the Middle East, been anti-boycott, divest, sanction Israel, like all that shit, and I made a big thread on it, and I got blocked by them all. But yeah, I've got all the screenshots of that shit, all the contributors. What's his name? Zuma Clips. He was a big faggot, fucking Baked Alaska fanboy. And you go back on his profile and see the cringy shit he was posting. He pretended to be Baked Alaska for a while.
Liquid baked.
That's a sad day in history if someone's laughing.
Yeah, so
wanting to
he got
actively
caught.
laugh positively at Spectre last.
Yeah, and then like we looked back in his thing, and someone said, first we thought, well, this is baked, but it's worse than that. He was pretending to be baked. Cause I don't know. And they do it for free. That's what's so weird. It's really cringe. Anyway, yeah.
Radio. I don't know. So Heph, everyone's accusing the chat's accusing you of being related to LonleyKek Lore. I think you're the younger brother that owns the car wash.
I'm not related. I'm not related to him.
But you know him. Wait a minute.
No, I'm.
So this guy
I'm almost leading towards siding with him here.
The fuck is it with Greeks on like the internet? Like all the fucking Greeks, man.
Yeah, just because you came across a fucking gang of us doesn't mean we're everywhere. Jeez.
Not every like I swear, all this side of the internet, all the Spergs, all the fucking it's always Greeks. I don't know what it is.
Where have you come across another Greek besides the three of us? Motherfucker.
Plate gang, they're all Greeks. In here, you're
Where the
Greeks.
fu-
It's
yeah.
Pakistan.
Oh! There it is! There it is!
What?
Oh, he's calling you out. He's calling out Plate on our stream.
I was in the other group talking to you, asshole. I'm the same Greek guy, just in another chat. We're everywhere. Malaka.
Where's You're fucking Athenian. You're not a Greek. Fuck you.
I'm not Athenian.
You're fucking
motherfucker.
Athenian.
Well, you're so fucking.
Your spirit is that of an Athenian.
Next week on EJAS, we'll go through Heph's documents. to
Use
see if
my
he is
memes
Athenian
against
or
me. Cocksucker.
You're a spiritual
I'd rather be a
Athenian.
faggot Athenian than anything else. Than
Well, you
not
would be-
Greek.
That's a tautology. You don't have to clarify that. You can say you're an Athenian
Malaka.
and being a faggot's just within that.
What?
You don't have
From
to
South
clarify.
Greek, so get me out of this. I'm not an Athenian faggot.
You're not Greek, are you?
Can we talk about the Athenian
Yeah.
question? Like that's important stuff. Have
The
you
A
noticed
question.
the first Holocaust
Southern Greek.
narrative? The first Holocaust narrative was made up by the Greeks to slander the people of Minos. They made up a lie about like all the other Greeks are like, yeah, King Minos.
What is this, a
like,
fucking history lesson?
Yeah, that's what they sit down.
Give the fuck. Take this faggot.
I don't give a fuck about Athenian faggots.
I'm very interested, and it's all very exciting. But we do have other stuff to go over today on EJAS. Most people want to hear about all the update stuff. Any last words about Groypers or Groypering, or how you love Nick Fuentes?
Yeah, fuck Plate Gang. That's my last word. Nice.
Yeah, that's...
Aww.
I'd say that might not go too well for you. So.
Famous last words.
Yeah, keep saying that. I'll give you a Discord link later. You can go in there and say that shit.
I will do.
He's in there all the time.
Give me a link right now.
It's Schizo Panda. He's in there all the time.
Oh, is it?
I just want to say
okay.
no cat boys.
Alright.
Catboys and Troons get the rope. That's what I don't understand. Nick claims to be this conservative, but he's pro Catboy and Troon.
What
the
I don't
fuck is that all about?
Hold on, you guys knew this guy for 3 years running these obvious fucking scams.
I wasn't paying attention to the fucking dude for 3 years. As soon
Who
as
was
I
donating
donated
to
money to him, I didn't directly donate. I had someone donate to him, and then I started paying attention to what he was doing.
Parent?
Apparently, I was the only one that fucking noticed though, and opened my mouth. There was a lot of people when the rapist got in the front door. They just sat back and watched while he fucking raped people, and that was almost more disgusting than the raping.
But Nick, we
You
still talking
got
about Nick.
Trojan horse
I have
freak.
no idea
Surprise,
what
surprise.
raping came in. What?
It was an analogy, you know, when he came in and started grifting, right?
Anal
Some
view,
people
analogy.
were aware of his grifting and just kind of, you know, sat back and didn't say
Yeah.
anything. They just wanted to stay out of it.
Yeah, they
You
got
know?
analogy.
Fox in the hen house, a
Yeah,
diddler
it
in the
is.
preschool. Any?
So, because I remember you guys were trying to set up or one of you, the person that's no longer really connected to you guys or something like that, was trying to set up some sort of IRL community, and it was all very religious and things like that. What was all
The
that
Doom
about?
cult?
Yeah, what was the Doom cult about? Because I came over there and I was just like, yeah, well, I'm in a different country, kind of got my job and career sort of sorted. I'm just...
I want to say, I want to believe he's retarded. Some people were saying that he was trolling me, but I really want to believe he's just kind of retarded, you know, like a Jesus fag, like overly religious. I mean, he's I don't know. You know, it started out like Yeah, I tried to re-ban the group again, and somehow it turned out into like kind of helping me to it turned into about him and starting a cult because it wasn't like a cult. I was being sarcastic. Like he believed God spoke to him and that the end of the world was coming and that we needed to band together and create a little community because the end times were fucking near.
Yeah, that's the basics of what I was getting.
What would you call that?
Yeah, I went through the whole Owen Benjamin thing with him. He kept trying to push the King James Bible on me. And if you're Greek Orthodox and you know anything about him, we don't believe in man-made laws. And you're not going to fucking change us over to the King James Bible, for fuck's sakes. And he was like, he waited till I was at my weakest point and started fucking with me. And I went through the whole Owen Benjamin thing. Do you believe in giants? Yeah, he showed me a picture of Big Man Japan. Tried to tell me it was fucking real. Do you believe in space? Do you believe the Earth is flat? Like all these things I got yes for. And yeah, it just got to the point where
space is real?
Oh, do you know about invisible aluminum? I was trying to tell him about invisible aluminum. And he says, Star Trek fucking technology isn't real. Those are tools of the devil. And that was when I finally just fucking snapped. And that was too much, man.
Wait, I got no faith real. I don't. Which one's the answer? What was it not real for him, or was it real?
He doesn't think it's real. It's not real.
Well, it's not. It's
space
like,
isn't real. It doesn't exist.
On the light's like a portal to the light realm.
Yeah, it's like a sheet with holes poked in it or something.
Yeah.
The sun's like a portal to the light realm. That's what it is. There's the shadow realm and the light realm.
Wait. Really?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh no.
We need to get some flat earthers on here.
We need to get flat earthers.
No, the Earth is actually flat. It's just very dense. So light warps around it and makes it appear spherical.
I think you're laughing. I really do.
I'm not. This isn't even a LARP. Like, it's actually physics, like quantum physics.
Okay, so he was all into the archaeology. How old do you think the Earth is?
I mean, that's irrelevant because God, the universe,
2,000 years.
This is what he said. You have to fucking believe in all of it completely, even the fucking archaeology. If not, you're fucking out. So how old do you think that? How old do you? No, dinosaurs are like 5,000 years old. He said, or something.
You know what I saw on a documentary? I saw that T-Rexes, their little arms, they used to tickle them during mating. That's what before. Like, how the fuck do you know that? T-Rex write it down. What the fuck? T-Rex wrote it down with his little arms and his little hands in a diary, and then I was like, "Oh, that's what they're for." Bullshit.
T-Rex tickles.
All right, we're gonna
find like polished rocks in like the corpse.
Tired really fast.
Okay.
Well, Lonely Geek Kekstani or Kino or whatever.
You kick me?
I might gas you. Yes. I'm thinking about
Fuck you. Fuck your country. It's burning because you're all sinners. Hope you'll die.
Have a good one. Oh, that was fun. All right, let's move on. We did any of you guys? I know Greek watched the stream last week. Do you guys know who Spectre is? And John Michael Kelly, Nick Ricotta.
Great God.
Giant faggot. Aren't they both giant faggots?
Yeah, I know who Spectre is.
Yeah, righto. Well, cool.
I think Ukrainian, you're thinking of a different Spectre.
No, anyone that can make Kelly look good is a giant faggot. So.
You're thinking of TRS Spectre, right?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
this
no,
is,
not at all.
No. Completely different.
I think this one's a commie homo, right?
No, not really.
He's definitely a homo.
Yeah.
Just look at the put up.
Well, if you guys want to follow along, feel free. Otherwise, do any of you want to pop out now, or you're all good to stick around?
We'll stick around for a while.
Sticking around, let's do it. Well, Spectre poured out 2 new videos. We played the first one at the start where he was talking about... That was a tweet. So his Twitter actually went down as well after the EJAS stream. But before he posted that, he did make a post. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, it won't pop up anymore too. That's the only other problem. So this is it here. So he doesn't really stand by any of this anymore. So I know I did play it at the start. That's how he was feeling after the stream. It was very much a EarJuice did everything wrong, and everything is his fault.
And Heph pisses on fire hydrants.
That's right, and Heph pisses on fire hydrants. Yeah, he out of all the things that Spectre's done, he's come around on a lot of stuff since then. He's sort of seen what... Because he wasn't really understanding what we were going on about. Like what our perspective was. He thought it was one thing and not just that his whole video was flawed, and he probably shouldn't be going around posting that sort of shit out, calling people pedophiles based off hardly anything.
Yeah, you got the info from nowhere, right?
Well, it got
It was
sent
just
to
a random...
him. He didn't know who it was sent. He told me plate behind the scenes, but now he says he doesn't know. He says that
Dude,
there was 6. He says that there was 6 screenshots all up, but 3 of them at least were clearly photoshopped. But then they were from different people. Once you start asking him about that, it's all it's all a bit odd. You would think he would just have clear, concise answers.
There were 6 posts, 3 were photoshopped.
Yeah, well, that's what he said, something like that. And the only one he did end up showing was the pedo forum post. Yes. Yeah. But anyway, Spectre, I don't know if you know this. He has a bit of a musical talent, and he's trying to do a GoFundMe at the moment, Kickstarter, to raise money for this documentary about his life, IRL. So I thought I'd play a trailer to the documentary. Let's have a look.
Scene 1, take 1, mark. My mother always says, God always opens and closes doors for you. He doesn't let you go through the wrong door, I guess, so to speak. And they know that I had a bad habit of collecting electronic gizmos, and still do to some extent. And they looked at it as, oh great, he's brought on another
that's Spectre, yeah,
techno
definitely.
gizmo. They didn't even
This is
know it
before
was
the
a
acid
gizmo.
attack.
But over the years, they've come to realize it's actually becoming an extension of my hand or my mind. Look at this face. Look at this face. It's so creepy. I think I find myself a little bit alienated from the rest of the musical community.
He's a fucking rapist! Look at
that! I originally started recording myself to learn the theremin with, so I could see how I was performing, see what techniques I needed to change. But then I realized that this was a good vehicle for getting the theremin out to the public. I'm here to talk a little bit about the latest version of the Burns B3 Pro theremin, currently available in cherry and walnut. When people see me playing a theremin for the first time, I don't want them to think that it's an unusual thing that they're not going to see ever again, even though that's usually the case. I don't think I look at my life as a book that's already been written, although there are aspects of my life that seem to have controlled the direction I wanted to take in life. There's no telling what my life would have been like, you know, if you had a time machine and could go back and change things.
That's just behavior.
I could have grown up to be a pilot, or I could have grown up to be a doctor, but I might not have gone into music, and I might never have found the theremin. Music kind of led me on a different path, I guess. And I've just been playing these instruments ever since.
There you go. So that's the trailer. If you would like to donate, please check out the Kickstarter for Spectre's new documentary coming out soon. Hopefully it raises the money. It would be an interesting documentary. Learn about Spectre and his theorem plane and other wacky
Still is that what they call it?
The what? It's a Ethereum or Theorem or something like that?
Theremin.
Yeah. Theremin, that's the
Theremin.
one. Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, Theremin, right?
Named after the man who invented it. I believe it was in the 1920s or 30s.
Yeah, that's correct.
a
It was
guess.
the first, basically it was the first full electronic musical instrument. So before the synthesizer.
Yeah, it's a predecessor before the synthesizer. Works on the same principle.
Now, there's been some other stuff. So after he made that post that we showed at the start, Spectre had his Twitter gassed for... I think I've got a screenshot. Hopefully this works. Yeah, here we go. Because it doesn't show it, of course. So yes, both his primary and secondary accounts have been suspended. I appealed. But this is what he had posted. He had posted... the problem with the world today is a lack of fascism. If we had more fascism, degenerates like this person would be nailed to a cross, so... Poor old...
Who's the penny sniffer? Someone put.
So that's when he made this post before it, and then he made that. It wasn't in relation to anything JMK related, from what I know. And then it went down. And then we received a very interesting post. And it seems like new evidence has come out about Spectre. Now, I can't say where I got this. I can't even remember who I got it from. Totally can't remember. It was in a bunch of, like, about 5 or 6 different posts, but the rest were clearly photoshopped, so there's not much about this. But check it out. It's a pedo forum from 2009, and it has someone called Spectre who's stop pedo. I annually sodomized 11 to 5-year-old girls and 23 to 8-year-old boys. I'm a super pedo. Hand fist on the table. Incestuous pedo. God damn it, I can't believe these I stand...
Caesar Inspector Gadget.
I can't believe it's an incestuous pedophile.
It's disgusting.
What?
Disgusting. Absolutely. Not politically motivated. We just wanted to point these things out. Just remember, Spectre does hang around in the I Stand With Vic community. Is very close with Nick Ricotta. And just need to point those things out as well. It's very, very clear.
You sister fister.
That's it. Okay, and what was the next thing? And then we had a bit of a chat with... so I went and had a chat over in Nick Ricotta's Discord. We're going to play a bit of that audio because some of it was already played on Happy Hour. But I just want to do highlights. And that's where I met a brand new Sperg as well. A brand new Sperg. I wonder if should I do his Kiwi Farms post first? Might leave that to last. Let's have a look at what happened. We'll go with actually, I could probably play it from over here. Oh, then you guys won't be able to hear it. No, that's not going to work. Let's copy and paste it over. And so the first one we'll go with is Nick Ricotta. So, of course, if you didn't know from last week, Nick Ricotta made claims that Nick Ricotta read out Gator's tweet, who retweeted because Jim was asking about this JMK stuff. Gator then tweeted out Spectre's video, calling him a pedo, then calling JMK a pedo. Then Nick read that out on stream and then linked the video, and so that's kind of upset John Michael Kelly. But let's see what Nick says about it.
Yeah, those
American
don't count.
Dutch psychiatrist.
Exactly.
Wait a minute. I've gone to the wrong one. I went no. with
You can definitely tell if he grows a beard. Holy shit.
I guess the thing that JMK is mainly pissed off about is with you, Nick, and Gator and that, because it was broadcast out to thousands of people that he was potentially a pedophile.
Good.
Based off,
I don't care. This little runt weasel has been accusing me of felonies for the better part of a year.
He literally said wire fraud today in the damn chat. And I screenshot it.
Yeah, no, he still thinks the GoFundMe is wire fraud. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. JMK is a complete fucking moron and just makes these wild claims. Like, he puts little screenshots together and then makes these wild connections that everything is interconnected behind the scenes, but you're not just seeing it. But then Specter's doing the same thing, so.
Yes, the way I see it, that JMK, what he does, he takes everything to some weird logical extremes, like we are doxing server because somebody linked to Kiwi Farms.
Yeah. Yeah, I covered. Yeah, that was Kek as well. Who's been on the stream before? He was on one of the collectibles stream. Let's move on. So Nick's plan. So now, what was happening is Nick Ricotta went on a live stream, like he guest appeared on another person's live stream, and fucking John Kelly shit up the whole chat for the whole stream, just basically dunking all over Nick, claiming him of wire fraud, telling him he was slandering him. All of this sort of stuff, and that was being clipped and discussed within Nick's Discord, which was all very interesting. And that's how I met the Spergs. So, but John Kelly is in this Discord, but he keeps getting in there. I guess he just pays the Patreon money, gets in there, and they can't work out which one he is. So this is Nick's plan to try and weed him out.
2 plans to root out JMK. All right.
All right.
The first one is to make everyone in the Discord cry, and record it and compare it to the crying video.
All right, start with me.
That's one plan. The second plan is, how many people are in this Discord? Like 300, 250, something like that. I will come up with 250 different stories and plans and secret plans and disclose them to everyone individually, and then whichever one leaks, then I'll know. That's the one.
Yeah. Or
brilliant.
Yeah, DM. Yeah, righto. Let's go to the next one where Nick's just let's hear him dunk on. Flat out denies it. Denied it on stream again the other day because I said I thought I'd bring it up because I thought it was important. So, yeah.
Yeah, he's touched. To put it one way, like just he's with obsession, right? Like he's obsessive, and
he stirred the pot, that's for sure, by endorsing
it's kind of like
video.
It kind of reminds me of like
yeah.
Like,
I don't care. Is that's well, whatever.
The sheer desperation of it kind of reminds me of fucking Sargon when he started going after Jim, because Jim made fun of him a little bit.
Yeah.
And that worked out very well. That worked out very well for Sargon, didn't it?
I don't know.
Really.
Yeah, sorry. Didn't realize.
No. You go.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter. There's a lot of interesting people in Nick's Discord. That is Asphyxiation. He's another Australian. He likes to patronage a lot of brothels too. So if you talk to him, he loves talking about it.
Aussies and whorehouses.
I don't know. But this is the weird, like, okay, it's not that he goes to brothels and everybody found out. It's that he talks about this every time that Nick's in the VC and there's a whole group of other people. He just talks about it. It's like, okay, so did I tell you about my last time I went to the brothel? It's like, all right, it's a bit odd. So some interesting characters. But anyway, this is the main one. I think this is what Nick says about the video. He couldn't remember what he had actually said. He didn't even think he said anything on stream when it comes to shouting out Specter's vid. This is what he says after he went off and watched it and comes back.
Yeah, those
American
don't count.
Dutch psychiatrist. Okay.
Exactly. Actually,
yeah, I stand by every single word of that video clip 100%. There's, I mean, I said that I don't know if it's him, that it's allegedly him. I said how the people think. Yeah, I said how they think they know that it's him, and I said people should go check it out and make up their own mind. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that.
No, you're CNN, Nick. That's what's going on. JMK
Sure.
gotcha.
I stand by my super chat.
Right. Well, basically, they stands by over all of it, which is probably a smart thing. He did say he never. He said allegedly. So why not? And yeah, John Kelly is pretty pissed off about it when I talked to him about the whole thing. Still, and now going on about it. But at the same time, you got to understand that John Kelly does go around accusing Nick of all sorts of shit, including wire fraud, giving legal advice when he's not supposed to, which I think is breaking some law. Who knows? Oh, we got a donation. Supreme Pepe Groyper has donated $1. As the leader of the Groypers, it's only fair I tell your audience the truth. We love knuckle dusting kids and kissing trannies on the mouth. Oh, God, I can't read the rest of it.
Oh, Lord.
What's the rest of it say? It's cut me off. These gentlemen here are my finest tranny ticklers. There you go. Well, I'm glad I got that last sentence in there. And thank you, sir. Thank you, Supreme Pepe Groyper. You also get an animation. Look, I even made an original one. I didn't just steal one off GOG.
Girl, you ever been a sex sandwich?
So I can be GOG as well.
Girl, you wanna be in a sex sandwich with me?
It's on you.
There you go.
Bread?
Look how talented I am. Look how talented I am.
Amazing.
Alright, so let's go into what Spectre was saying, especially what he was saying about Heph, because that's hilarious. Actually, before we did that, what did Samage actually post? Because he might be actually going over this. 7 minutes? God damn it. Is there a timestamp? Let's see if he comes back to us. I may have to play all 7 minutes, knowing Samage. Let's go over Spectre. So first of all, Spectre had me muted for the whole first part. Like, he jumped into a VC, and that goofy faggot had me muted and blocked, so he couldn't listen to me until, of course, Nick Ricotta told him that he should really chat to me. And so he finally
immediately unmuted.
Yeah.
Immediately
unmutes.
It's all allegations. Yes, it's
and he
all
rolled
allegations.
over.
Yeah, that's it. And then completely.
Voice.
Because at this point he was still like, this was only a few days ago. He made that post up on Twitter blaming everything on me. Right after the stream, but he still had those views up until here. But he changes his mind once he chatted to me, which is good. You know, I don't mind Spectre. I think he makes some really bad mistakes, but I chat to him, so whatever.
You know, I know I didn't have definitive proof, but looking at my video and whatnot, my problem is that those videos were done without a script. So, like, I wasn't catching myself when I made it sound like, you know, my main problem was I made it seem like this was definitive. I had proof and everything. And, you know, that's the problem.
Yeah, I think you should talk to EarJuice, man.
Yeah, so he actually has been muted while he's giving his defense. Let's just point that out. Yeah, I'm not gonna be harsh.
I would say it's pretty much a good idea at this point.
Not to be harsh.
Yeah, I really
just hash it out.
Just buddy to buddy. I think you should talk to. I think you should talk to EarJuice.
Buddy to buddy.
EarJuice has nothing to do with it.
I'm everyone's buddy. It's up to you, man.
What? Then why have you muted him?
I don't like people who lie to me. Like, lie to me.
That's what you reckon, yeah.
About what specifically?
It's immaterial at the moment.
I reckons that I told him there was a JMK Lore stream, which it was like weeks ago. But then I told him that come back on the stream. We are going to go. Do you want to come back on stream? Not come back on. We're going to go over your pedo stuff. You know where I sit, and you know Heph's going to go at you over this. And he said, no, I don't. He said he'd call me, and then he told me the FBI thing, and that was the thing. That's when it became this. All of a sudden, became something else. Yeah, and that's like because I didn't think he was coming on once he said the FBI shit. And I mean, you just took one look at that thumbnail. I thought it was pretty obvious what the stream was going to be.
Signed an NDA that wasn't an NDA.
Well, that's it. Like, and that's what I said to everybody else. I said, well, and I thought he's not coming on because of the FBI thing. And even if the FBI thing was bullshit, he just comes out with that, makes the Kiwi Farms post after he talks to me, and goes public with that info after me. Well, I did ask him to as well. So I said, oh, can you put out something public so I can use it? But I thought, you know, even if he was full of shit, he was doing that so he could not come on the stream. I don't know. It just, yeah. Buddy! Oh, well.
This is all post hoc rationalization, if I've ever fucking heard it in my life.
Yeah, that's it. Dark Ninja Groyper. Oh, Dark Ninja's become a Groyper now. Has donated $1. I got a question for the mealy mouthed one. Which one's that?
Which one?
Why don't you fake Groypers worship the one true god Sargon Ovacard? I bet you guys don't even wear the Groyper manties and pray 10 times a day to Lord Pepe Kek you larpers. What do you have to say to that? Oh, hey, dude.
I'd say that meme magic is real.
What's doing? You gonna grab him? Sorry, I've got a little 1-year-old trying to give me Tic Tacs. Thanks for Tic Tacs, dude. Oh. Sorry about that. So, Greek, you are a massive fan of Sargon of Akkad? I've heard that.
I am?
Yeah, you tell me in DMs. You put love hearts and post every video.
Oh, yeah.
Discord.
I love Sargon.
Well, I've only got the 2 animations. Let's give him another one. There you go.
I'm acting super paranoid right now.
Sargon
You
is...
get that, right?
Jesus fucking Christ, is he a faggot?
Sargon.
Yeah, my wife's son.
Have you not read Locke?
Have you not read Locke?
Stretch is also having audio issues. I wonder if there's a maximum amount of people we can have in here. It shouldn't be a problem. Oh, let's keep going back into this. So, Spectre talks about his videos again. Let's do it. Yeah, because
I was gonna say even Kekistan disavows Sargon. He's that cringy.
Great. All right, now I'm gonna keep playing the audio. Dream, you said that. You know, I'm only telling you. It doesn't matter what I did in this video because even if I said X, Y, Z, well then it's still A, B, C that you could attack me on or whatever. But I just think, you know, from the get-go, the video's flawed because it's just a screenshot that is, it's just, you just can't prove much of it, so.
Yeah, and I like, I've explained a couple, right, and that's what I had intended the video to be, was speculation. And once again, looking back on it now, having the benefit of hindsight and people who actually took their time to go, I think this is the problem. I understand what the uproar was about. I do understand it. And but, you know, it was never my intention to say, yes, this is confirmed, even though, you know, the video makes it seem otherwise. I simply didn't go with the script like I normally would. The other reason I put it out when I did was John has a habit of causing drama, causing shit for a couple months, and then sneaking back under the rock he slithered out of. Even if you go back to the Gamergate thing, you know, he did his thing, he sent his shit, and whatnot, and then he slithered back under the rock, and aside from a couple of people talking about him saying you really need to talk about what he did, nobody really seemed to care. Even when stuff was coming out about him, they were like, who gives a shit? He doesn't matter.
Yeah, most people here don't care. I mean, he attacks
Right.
Nick more than anybody else, and Nick couldn't give a flying fuck. It's just, and he shits
Yeah.
on him every now and then just to be a, you know, to stir the pot a bit.
Yeah.
Just rile him up.
Yeah, no.
Nick was there hearing
Yeah,
this.
and like the whole thing about him being investigated, or at least somebody or a group that he was affiliated with being investigated, that was provided by some people in here, one of whom is in the channel.
Yeah, I
I'm
talked
not
to
going
you
to say
about
who
that.
because
Behind the scenes,
yeah,
not in public.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so he was talking about the FBI raids and all of that, but that goes back from years ago as well. And if John Kelly denies it, John Kelly denies it. I mean, it's pretty hard to prove at this point. But at the same time, just because he's making false accusations at Nick, or accusations that he doesn't like or something, it doesn't, you know, it doesn't mean that you should be going out and doing the exact same thing. That's how faggotry is born. Oh, Spectre talks about Heph. This is the one I want to play. Have any issues with what Heph said or any of his points that he made?
I mean, I'm going to be honest, I barely remember what fucking Heph said. Once again, I had the flu. I wasn't fucking listening. Like, well, no, it was definitely. I wasn't even joking when I said I. Yeah. No, I knew, but you know, I was. I'm gonna be honest. I was high on flu medication. I barely remember the last weekend. But like, again, I know he was yelling because that's what Heph does. That's fine. You know, when a dog pisses on a fire hydrant, it's not committing vandalism. It's just being a dog. I fucking understand. That's how some people are.
That's messed up.
I've so got to clip that and just make that a soundboard thing every time Heph goes off. So Heph, you were loud, and so he didn't pay attention to you just because you were yelling, and he was high on flu medication.
Until he quotes me verbatim or whatever he says, he refers to something very specific that we were talking about.
Is that why you guys were woofing in the chat?
Yeah, so...
Why you all were woofing in the chat?
When?
I don't know, last time this streamed, you guys were all woofing in the chat. I didn't understand why you guys were doing it.
I have no idea what you're talking about. But anyway, Heph, so
Okay,
so it's in your nature. So like he's saying that it's your nature to be a dog, that you like a dog that if you find a fire hydrant, you're just gonna have to piss on it.
Well, if by a fire hydrant he means lying retard, yeah, I'm gonna piss all over his face. I mean, he's gonna sit there and call me a fucking Z-lister mongoloid, chasing my tail like a retarded dog. I stopped the fucking shit out of you on stream to the point where Kiwi Farm starts banning you from threads, and you see people in your own VC start talking about bullying you out of the Ricotta fucking Discord. You faggot. Keep calling me retarded. It's just a self-own. Fucking idiot. This retard curb stomped your ass.
Alright. Okay, so let's go into the FBI and if Spectre was coming on, like what the whole thing was with that.
My whole annoyance. Yeah. My whole annoyance was you saying one thing, or at least what it seemed to me, and then not telling me, hey, by the way, you know, if you come on, this is probably going to happen.
Well, I didn't think you were coming on because of the FBI
I didn't
thing.
think I was coming on either.
As soon as you said the FBI thing, you said, I cannot come on because FBI and NDAs. And I was
said,
Spectre's not coming on. There's no way.
My exact wording was, I'm not sure if I can. I have to run shit by my attorney.
Oh, I just
because I don't want to be in violation.
After that, I was just like, oh,
yeah, no, and yeah, and my whole thing was I wasn't sure what I could say. The things that I was talking about were specifically things that she was like, as long as you stick to this, a very narrow, path. And you'll notice I didn't deviate from very narrow responses. As long as I did that, she didn't see an issue with it. But she's like, make sure it was stupid to go on while high on flu medicine.
That was silly to
but
The fact that
I
you
just
came
wanted
on,
to
I
talk
was
to
like,
people.
oh, okay, here we go.
All right,
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Play the last couple seconds because that's.
I just wanted to talk. I just wanted to talk to people because I'd been like 2 days. I hadn't talked to anybody. I was bored as shit. I was tired of feeling like crap, and that's what it was. It was like, oh, some social interaction.
Oh, and
like
it
didn't go through my.
So you got some. You came on to get some social interaction.
First of all, what kind of fucking flu meds are those? That was never wipe a fucking weekend away.
Yeah.
And but he still remembers that he stuck to a very narrow scope, right, guys?
Yeah, because he
didn't go into detail about every single topic that we brought up. There wasn't one time where he said, I don't want to talk about that. I don't feel comfortable talking about that. Not once did he stop himself. He spoke about any and everything. And imagine for 1 fucking second calling your lawyer to get her advice before going on a live stream.
It's just not that important, like, which is why I just go to, like, it's just the whole thing is just weird, and that's why we talked about it. Like, that's why the whole stream turned into that. It's because who is doing that? Fuck me.
Holy shit, dude.
Greek, I have just muted you. Fuck me.
What's going on?
I think that was Greek. I don't know. It said it had him up as muted, but then he was making a whole bunch of noise at the same time. I have no idea.
No, you were not muted, nigga.
But it was.
That was weird.
It was just weird.
I saw the fucking mute.
Yeah, it's. I don't know. I've got it muted now.
Oh, it was lighting up on my shit as him.
Can you just tell me if his audio goes okay again? No.
It was like a quadruple echo.
Yeah, that was weird.
Anyway, like the story was never gonna be we were gonna talk about the pedo stuff. Yes, we're probably gonna I already said I disagreed with it. I already said what Heph's statement was. But as soon as the FBI came into it, it just became this massive weird ass story. Of course, that was gonna become like a massive focus of the thing.
Yeah.
And it's so hard to work out. Like I told. As I've said, and as Heph has said, like, we'll eat our words. Well, especially Heph, because I've been all neutral, Mr. Neutral. But we'll eat our words and play it on stream. Any info that comes out, if he did actually go to the FBI and all of that stuff. But it's very odd.
You are not neutral, Juice.
I try to be.
I'd love the idea of him putting together a FOIA request for a shooped fucking image that someone sent to him as bait. That's pretty funny. I mean, if he sent the FOIA, he sent the FOIA. I mean, I don't believe any of it.
No.
First of all, the motherfucker does not have a friend in the field office, the FBI field office in Boston. No, he doesn't. Two, that friend did not call him and warn him that agents were coming to his house. Three, he can't afford to pay a fucking lawyer to stay at his house all day. And while he's already paying the bitch, he's not going to have her fill out the form. Fill out this so-called agreement that the fucking head field agent agreed to. It's signed. He signed on the spot.
Yeah, right. I don't know. The whole thing's very odd, and that's basically what I said. Let's play a bit of that, then we'll go into
Other side, if I was just looking in, I would probably say the exact same fucking thing. You know, where's the and everyone clapped at the end. You know, that's what I would be saying. I fully understand this. I am not above looking at myself and going, that seems a little odd. You know, but I at least have the ability to look at that and go, okay, I see where they're coming from.
Well, Heph said he would eat his words, and I'll put it up on stream if Damien finds anything and finds out that you did actually make the request. So, all right, and Damien is the mod that hit us up after the stream for the John Michael Kelly thread. Spectre got thread banned from just that thread, so he can't post on there unless he shows the freedom of information request. So I you know, like there's all these other bits to Spectre's story, but they just want to see that, and they're looking into it. He knows a guy that's looking into it. I don't know how true that is, but because I don't know Damien, but there you go. So, all right, now we'll go into. So we got new claims against, like we showed them before. I'll show it again. I show Spectre the new claims against him and see what he says. There's this guy named Spectre. He's the top pedo.
Oh.
He made this back in 2009. Annually sodomized 11 5-year-old girls and 23 to 8-year-old boys. I am a super pedo. Yeah, you can thank one of the Kiwi Farms people for that.
Hey,
what do you have to say
I
to these
will have
claims,
you
sir?
know,
You're an incestuous pedo. I stand with Vic is now exposed. Highly politicized.
Hey. Hey, I would just like to say that first off, my age bracket for boys is 11 to 13. Second, no, it's...
Yeah, can you see the issue though? It's a good meme.
No,
I thought it was pretty funny.
It's funny. It's funny.
I didn't make it, but
I mean, they should really fix the day because
I think Gino made this, so I'm gonna say I made it.
But whatever,
now.
It's cool.
Well, that's the whole
cool.
thing, yeah. No, they wanted to make it as old as possible, so.
Right. I get that. It's
even though
it's
funny. Real, it's 100% accurate.
Yeah, it's not real. I get that. It's funny.
No,
as
no,
I
no,
said.
it is. It's 100% accurate.
Oh, it's 100. Oh, cool. I understand that. I understand that.
Because I told you about it a week ago.
It's
I didn't show you the post. I just told you.
It's on the internet.
I said something about pedophilia, and you gave me a bad reaction.
Look, it's on the internet. We all know that if it's on the internet, it's true. So I now choose to live my life as a gay man. Okay, so you can no longer criticize me. I'm basically pulling a Kevin Spacey here. I now choose to live my life as a gay man, and you can't criticize me anymore. That's how it works, right?
Yeah, that's it.
It's like
there you go. So totally confirmed.
He couldn't get any dick.
Oh. Alright, Sandwich wants to click play, but before we do that, I think we'll just finish off the Spectre stuff, and then we'll play that clip, and then we'll go into the new Sperg. I Sperged out so hard, because I too am a Sperg, remember? I Sperged out so hard that I got a slideshow presentation to show you how retarded this guy is. God, this guy just keeps jumping into the waiting room. Here. Alright, you're back on. Now be quiet. Alright, so Spectre made this after our chat in the VC, up on Kiwi Farms, not in the JMK thread, of course. So, let's just have a read of it. So I'm going to put this out here, since it's Weeb War related, and I'm thread banned from the JMK thread. Since I fucked up publicly, it's only proper to apologize publicly. My first fuck up was my wording in the JMK videos. I made it seem like I had definitive proof that JMK is a pedophile, and rewatching them and listening to them, I can understand what people are upset over. It was never my intention, and in fact on Nick's server, I was constantly telling people that they were just allegations, that he had made the post, he had made the post, and that he had been touching his sister. I even got pissed at Karuno, that's a guy on Nick's server, for sending it to Jim and Yellow Flash, simply because I didn't have enough evidence to confirm it, And I knew Jim especially would want my ducks lined up in a row before he'd even cover it. If Jim... Well, no, Jim did ask about it, so there you go. It was simply an interesting piece, and one that I should have been more clear that I didn't have direct proof. He had even made the post. The second fuck-up was in my presentation. We're going to skip a bit and go with... Where was it? Here we go. I wanted to get to the Heph, but... EarJuice's statements afterwards that I needed proof were aimed at linking the accounts, and only after the stream did he say he meant proof that he had made the post. Well, yeah. And see, that was the that was Specter's miscommunication. He thought that his video was still good. He just needed to make a second video, just sort of linking it all together. That wasn't the problem. The problem was the whole video. Like what he was saying on the stream with, well, even if I said X, Y, Z and presented all of this, you'd still attack me on ABC. It's like, no, dude, the whole thing as a whole, it's just not enough to go to really go ahead with a video. That was the issue. God damn it! Now I've lost my fucking spot. Obviously, I don't have that, and with a literal helmet-wearing tard chimping out because he's always second chair to others didn't help get anything through to me, especially in my flu medicine-induced mindset. It was impossible to get any of that to begin with on EarJuice's show. EJ and I have sorted this shit out. Yeah, man, we chatted, yep. Where we see each other it's coming from. So there's no hard feelings, especially on my end. Well, and it seems like that on my end as well. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, so Heph, it seems that you are a tard helmet wearing, literal helmet wearing. Yeah, so you got the helmet on right now. Tard chimping out because he's always second chair. Stretchy, by the way, you are now third chair, according to Spectre. Where's the next part where he talks
Gino,
about
it's not even cough medicine. If he was blaming it on like hydrocodone cough medicine, maybe
fucked up.
flu medicine, fucking flu medication. What kind of flu medication is this nigger on? Because I want some.
This is
fucking what?
Purple drank Maya
It's
Culpa.
the flaming Mo.
Purple drank Maya Culpa.
Alright.
My first mistake was my wording. No, your first mistake was getting tricked by a photoshopped fucking picture of God knows what. Some fake bullshit that you got on Twitter from a random. That he admits at the same time he got 5 others that were obviously fake. No, 3 of them were obviously faked. What happened to the other 2?
They weren't very good. They weren't good enough to make a video, basically.
It wasn't juicy enough. It wasn't juicy enough.
Alright, let's read this paragraph here.
He raped somebody else's sister, not his own.
Oh, god damn it, I shouldn't have done that.
Again, call me a fucking helmet-wearing retard. It just makes you look worse.
Well, yeah, he does not like you. I'm all good, but no.
No, but he doesn't remember anything I said.
Yeah, well,
he doesn't remember talking to me at all.
You were just
I just yelled at him. I only yelled at him at the end when I told him to shut the fuck up, and then he ran away.
As for my presence on EarJuice's show, I originally had no intention on going on. That's what we thought as well. Mainly because I wasn't feeling well, and I wasn't sure I could stick to the very narrow things I could talk about after my visit Monday. He's talking about the FBI and the lawyer. I'm not an IBS personality by any stretch of the imagination. I don't yell. I don't chimp out, referring to Heph. I'm not entertaining in the least for that type of content. Well, I'm all 3 of those things as well. Do I ever yell, chimp out, and be entertaining? I don't think so. I'm far too subdued and try to be rational. Heph, here we go. I love this. Heph is a Z-list IBS personality who's simply been an attack
I'm an
dog.
IBS personality. You hear that?
Yeah, but only Z-list.
Moving
only
on
Z-list. Don't get too excited.
Wait, that nigger said that Heph chimped out?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And that he's a
That's a
Z-list IBS personality who's simply been an attack dog for larger YouTubers like Cognitive Thought, and I knew that
What?
going in.
Are you kidding me? We stepped on that nigger's face.
Wow. And Heph's also a dog that naturally just will piss on any fire hydrant as soon as he sees it. He's a helmet-wearing chimp, second in command on the show, so Stretch, you are now third. Maybe I'm
larger
third.
YouTubers. I'm a YouTuber, guys. Did you know that?
Well, you don't like to admit that you were the official co-host for COG. Because you were. Let's just face it.
I didn't get my
You were.
fucking paycheck. Where's my British EPP? I'm still waiting on those British food stamps.
I can give you some money if you need it, if you're really that bad. Can give you $5. I was
I want
expecting
your Monopoly money.
I was expecting EarJuice to stick with what he had told me, that it was about JMK. Obviously, he had stuff ready to go after me, which is fine. It bothered me at the time. It doesn't now. EarJuice and I have hashed this out, as I said. Yes, it is true that, because he showed some of my DMs with him. And I had chatted to other people about what they thought about the FBI thing. And I told Spectre in a non-recorded VC what I thought about the whole thing, where it was just a bit odd. I was half asleep, though. But, he made it all relevant. That was the problem. As soon as, like, the FBI stuff came out, it's all of a sudden, okay, well, we're gonna have to look into all of this. And then it starts bringing into questions, well, you've called Geek, Fulu, and other people pedo before. You've said you've been going to the FBI before. So it brings those two things into relevance as soon as we did that. Notice how I didn't go into the Stolen Valor and all of that, because it wasn't relevant to what we were talking about. And I didn't want to absolutely rip on Spectre or anything. It just went that way because of, it was just such a weird story, and it is hard to believe.
Imagine being bullied by John Michael Kelly. Jesus Christ. He made John look good with his retardation.
Well, I think,
I mean,
yeah, Spectre, like, everybody tries to tell him, especially, and Nick Ricotta does as well, where it's just like, Spectre, you gotta stop, don't just go after John Kelly just because he's saying that Nick Ricotta is committing wire fraud and all these other farcical things with hardly any proof, or stuff that's a bit of out of context, or just because he thinks stuff's going on that's not really going on. You know. It's like, just because he said, oh, well, you guys are committing wire fraud and all of this, it doesn't mean that you need to go and get all sorts of screenshots and just say sort of put all the dots together when they're not there. If everything was lined up and all the dots were there, then fine, go ahead and do it. But, yeah, it's not an excuse. And then that's where it gets politically motivated. I don't think, I do want to show my, why is this guy keep jumping in? I pulled him in, and then he jumps out. Well, let's play the happy hour clip, otherwise Sandwich will never let me down.
Nick Man knew what kind of retarded cocksucker he was.
Yeah.
He knew that nothing could be traced back to him. Peeled him off like $5. You're going to fucking tirade against this guy. You never know. I think if people dig enough, I've heard rumors of an a video clip out there of Nick Ricotta fucking a child. I don't know if it's true or not, but I've heard rumors about it. I don't want to comment on that, but the information is
Allegedly. I heard about that shit too.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like 4 or 5 kids he fucking raped and tossed their salad and all kinds of shit.
Were they his?
Yeah,
Oh no.
wiped off on their diaper.
Yeah, it was his own kids.
I think one of them was a nigger.
That's
kid,
why he
so it
keeps
might
having
have been-
kids.
Well, I think it
For
may have
fresh
been
meat?
a.
Oh no.
Yeah, I think
Oh, God.
perhaps one of them was a niglet. It was his wife's kid, but it clearly wasn't his.
It was
That black gentleman that they associated with.
black dude's kid.
He raped it twice as hard.
Yeah.
Oh.
He split that poor little butthole open like a coconut.
Coconut.
Allegedly. It may not have been him. I mean, it looked like him, and he was talking about Kick Vic, but it probably was. The information's out there. Allegedly.
Dude, the nose is a dead giveaway.
Oh yeah, he stuck the nose in this poor little girl's vagina. It was sad to watch. Allegedly.
God damn it, Savage! What the fuck?
I might want to stop there.
Alright, I think we get the point. Oh. It feels like a COG stream because there's no actual receipts being posted. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's the fucking point. That's the point. He's a Spectre was a fucking, he's a Nick Ricotta dick sucker, so it's kind of just the same thing.
Yeah, it is.
But, it's absolutely ridiculous. And Sandwich almost stepped over the line. It gets worse.
It did get worse. It did get worse.
Yeah, it gets worse.
You should keep playing it.
Oh, really? Oh, that was terrible enough.
I don't know.
Fine.
That was terrible.
Kata.
Jeez.
Why you doxing my face, Juice? Trying to dox me, nigga?
Yeah, is that what that is, spinning around? I did think that that's what it was.
Ever since Elias posted my face, that's been in the corner of happy hour.
There you go. There you go. That's a good idea.
Okay, that felt
Child
good.
molester. Yeah, when we post other
Alleged
people's
child
pictures, they
molester.
can't complain.
Alleged child
I was cool with his blackface, though.
Alleged, so it's all good.
Like,
So good, you
no
can
problem
stand
with
by
that.
it now.
Milk toast motherfucker.
Yeah, like, what are you going to cry about? My face is out there, too.
Yeah,
It'll be
dude.
okay.
It's like, it looked like you have a hard time drinking out of like a coffee cup, dude. His nose is just so fucking big.
He just drinks with his nose like a fucking elephant.
Nigga has a silly straw in his cup. Fucking hell, man.
Allegedly, he was carrying the tiki torch at Unite the Right. I don't know if that's true or not.
That dude could breathe in real deep and like blow out a bunch of candles.
Just suck the flame into his nose to burn out the nose hair.
Dude, he's got that fucking Squidward nose.
Yeah, he does.
Looks
The
like an
fucking-
eggplant
it's just
hanging
a-
off his face.
It's pretty funny that you guys actually came to this conclusion without even... Because you guys didn't play the Nick Ricotta recording as well. So there you go. Where he backed up all his statements.
We saw a screenshot, though. He's a pedo, dude.
There you go.
Well, Spectre.
It's on the internet. It's fact, dude. Come on.
Somebody told us they spoke to somebody who saw that video. Allegedly.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Oh wow, we're going over time. Did we want to play a bit more? I'll take that as a no. Alright. The other thing that I did want to show was the new Sperg that we did run into. So before the VCs, what was happening is there was the live stream that Nick Ricotta was a guest on. JMK was shitting up the chat, and the whole chat was clipping what JMK was saying and posting in Nick Ricotta's general Discord. And this is where I met a new Sperg. Now there's quite a few of these Spergs. I've met a few of them in Nick's Discord, and I'm gonna talk about. Well, I'm actually probably gonna Sperg out about one of them right now. And we needed a PowerPoint presentation to help me with
It's
this.
a goddamn shame. It's a goddamn shame that Discord's behind a paywall.
It is
Right.
such a shame that you can't. I could give you the $1, Heph, if that's what the problem is.
Just pay my way in there. I'll call it my salary.
Yeah, that's
no,
it.
don't believe that shit. Them Greek niggers hide money. I saw the video. He's
yeah.
got money.
I
He's got money.
Oh, I've got money. I just ain't giving it to no fucking nigga.
Giving money
Not
to
even
Jews,
$1 a month. Fuck your $12 a year. I ain't giving you shit, nigga.
Can I just say that I do hold my tongue and I do watch what I say, even though I'm still regarded as pretty cheeky in that Discord, just because they're not drama related. There's a few fragile beans in there anyway.
They're soft bitches. Just say it.
there are. I'm not.
handle it.
No, I'm not lumping them all together. There are soft bitches in this Discord. I'm going to talk about one right now. Well, two actually. One of them wasn't there, but He's done this before as well. All right, so this is my slideshow. So this is Nick's Discord, and these are this is the general VC. So they're all fucking talking about JMK because he was shitting up the chat of this live stream. And so here they are. They're clipping the stuff that John Kelly was saying. There was about 20 or 30 of these clips. And so I see this, and I'm like, holy shit, they're talking about JMK. Oh, I might go over and have a chat. So I go in there. They're already talking about JMK, just remember. And so I'm like, hey, JMK, fuck, he's a retard, what do you know? And whatever, just it's talking about shit. And then one of them asked me, hey, like, because I think I posted something like, oh, well, don't trust me because Spectre, Spectre, it's all my fault that Spectre went on the stream and everything, and I posted his Twitter post. And so this guy asked me, what did Spectre do? And so I start responding to this. So I just posted what Spectre had said in his Twitter post and was talking about that. Oh, God damn it, the slideshow's a bit... So it was about how about EarJuice. He was sick. I debated not going on there. The freedom of information stuff. Anyway, we're happily in the general chat talking about JMK related shit. And then you've got this other Sperg. This I can't remember this. I think it's Bukaki onesie. Was in a Discord VC, like just doing whatever.
Bukaki onesie.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the name. I'm 100% recollecting that was the correct name. Anyway, they're in the Discord VC, right? Nothing to do with the conversation. I haven't posted. Haven't made any posts. They're just chatting in a VC. Anyway, they see that I am talking about JMK for some reason. Not the others, even though they've been doing it for the last 20 minutes and shit. And decides to come over and start spurging out on me. And it's like, JMK, no, fuck that. You're not allowed to talk about JMK in here because that's fucking drama shit. And I'm like, what the fuck, bitch? Like, what the fuck's your problem? Like, fuck off then, basically. You know, if someone's having a conversation, I enter it, having the same conversation, and then someone else comes over to me and says, no, we don't want you having that conversation in this Discord. It's like, why don't you just remove yourself and not be part of the conversation, you fucking vagina. And yes, I gave him a little vagina. There you go. And this is what he then posts. Oh, it's a khaki onesie. Okay, sorry, yes, it wasn't Bukaki onesie. I got the name a bit wrong. Sorry about that. It says, you know what my he spoke out a few times, just the main one. You know what my fucking problem is? People like you who create fucking drama in places that don't need it. We just had a few people leave because they were doing gay ops in here. We've been dealing with this fatty catty shit for ages. I'll bring him up in a minute. And now you and Spectre come in here and shit up the entire server up with your lightsaber boners about some nobody from Danbury, Connecticut who deserves to be dragged out onto the street and beaten until he's a vegetable. So everybody else is allowed to talk about JMK. As soon as I enter in the conversation, he's going to come into that conversation and say, no, no one's allowed to talk about JMK now, especially not EarJuice, fuck you. Now, that has happened to me. This is why it made me spag out so hard and I had to make this slideshow. This has happened to me about 5 or 6 times now in Nick's fucking Discord. This is the first time that Sakaki onesie has done it. Every other time, it's been this fatty catty fucking person who does the same thing. But they come into conversation.
Well, stop being a bitch and tell him to eat your dick.
I do. I tell him to fuck off. And then I told him to fuck off like 3 or 4 times. And then this is what he sent back. I need this
Discord.
Then this is what he sent back.
Saying.
Like, it's so
Pay my dollar. Pay my dollar.
Yeah, pay my dollar, nigga. Let's go.
So he doesn't want to create... He doesn't want to fucking create drama by coming over and entering in a conversation that he doesn't want to be a part of to tell us not to have that fucking conversation. Because they're all talking about JMK over here. It doesn't make any fucking sense. And then it's like, okay, well then, dude, fuck off. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't want to be part of the conversation, fuck off then, you vagina. And gave him another little picture of a vagina. And then this is what he replies. Well, he made a few replies, but this is one of them. I don't think EarJuice is going to be happy when his YouTube channel is pulled. What the fuck is that? Is that a fucking threat? Is he threatening to flag down my channel? Because he doesn't want me having fucking conversations about JMK with other people that are talking about JMK. It is in this fucking Discord that he wasn't being part of it. It's like, you just caused the drama, you faggot. Congratulations. Where's my fucking celebration shit? Here you go. Congratulations. You fucking idiots. Like, how does that make any fucking sense to anybody? How? It's like, and this other, the fatty catty person does it as well. By the way, they're now called Banjo in that Discord because too many people called them out. So just so everybody knows,
they rebranded.
They rebranded. But doesn't that make, like, if you're not part of a conversation, like, you know, you could be talking about anything. You could be at a bar talking to people about boats or some shit, and then some cunt comes over and says, oh, I fucking hate boats, you shouldn't be talking about boats. It's like, well then, how about you fuck off back over where you came from, and just not talk about it. Just not insert yourself into the conversation, and then make threats and other fucking spurg outs, causing the fucking drama that you're saying that we're creating.
I think you need to invite this gentleman onto the stream, assuming it's a guy.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, John Kelly.
What do you mean you don't know? You've obviously got a lot to say to the fucking guy.
Well, I'd love to talk to them about this. They wouldn't want to come on because they're not interested in drama, even though they create the drama. Because this is where it gets really interesting. Because guess what happens? John Kelly has a secret squirrel account in the fucking Discord. So him and his little monster hands, look at him, he comes in. He clips him talking about how I'm creating drama. And fucking takes that away. Come on, John Kelly, hurry up. There he goes. There he goes. Fucking slideshow. And then goes and posts it on fucking Twitter. So now it's out there for everybody to talk about. Good work, you fucking idiot. And then down the bottom here, he says, I stand by my words. You fucking idiot. You complaining about people who create drama, and you've just created drama. And Fatty Catty does it as well. And you're spurging out about Fatty Catty. You're doing the exact same thing that Fatty Catty would always fucking do. This is the problem that people would have. So now you're on EJAS. Congratulations, you fucking idiot. How about next time you don't want to be part of a conversation? Fuck right off and go and have another conversation someplace else that doesn't involve it. Anyway, let's go through the morals of my slideshow presentation for today. Bukaki Onesie is a moron. Doing the exact same thing that Fatty Catty would do and causing drama. Stay out of conversations if you don't want to be a part of them, you donkey. And thank you. That's my presentation. I hope you enjoyed my little slideshow for today. Yes, I'm autistic.
You should just call him Bukaki Onesie from now on.
Yeah. Well, I can never remember the name. It's easier. Yes. Slideshow by EarJuice. Yes. Was there anything else that we wanted to talk about that was JMK, Spectre, updated, related? I did want to talk about one other thing today before we ended the stream. No, covered most of it. I know Vic Mignana made a post finally going public and talking about what was happening, but meh. I don't know. There is one thing I do want to talk about then. Let's move on and go into... have you seen this Boogie 2988 exposed video that he made?
No.
This guy's a fucking idiot.
I have a friend who works for the FBI.
Alright.
And
This is... So, I don't know, like, I used to...
He has a friend who works for the FBI too?
Yes! That's why I love this video. This makes me want to go back and troll Boogie.
Hold on. By a show of hands in the VC in the chat, how many of you have met FBI agents?
No. I guess we could have a 1 in chat for yes, 0 for no. And 2, you are an FBI agent. I'm a 0. And 4 EarJuice is an FBI agent. Yeah, of course. Sex Brobot is FBI. We don't have FBI here. Yeah, well, that's the problem. We have federal.
So now we're all ones. Thanks, sex robot.
Yeah, that's it. 3 for EJ as a vagina. Oh, god damn it. No, 3. Oh, yeah, no, 3 wasn't taken. That's fair. Seems that I'm a vagina. Fuck you. I went. You know what? I'm not gonna waste my time making slideshow presentations after I Sperg out. Put them on stream.
Don't waste our time either.
Fuck you. God damn it. God damn it. Anyway, let's go through a bit of this video because this is just beautiful. This is just absolutely amazing. It makes me want to go out and troll people like LonleyKek and Boogie2988 and Bagaki Onesie. Yes, he has friends with the FBI.
Who works for the FBI, and I asked him how to deal with the online harassment that I get from a certain subreddit, from Kiwi farms, from places like that. And he told me the only way to fight that stuff back is to expose those people for what they really are. So that's what this video is. I'm going to show you some receipts that I think you should see. First off, if you watch my channel...
Can you pause it real quick? What?
Now, by the way, these are the only receipts he shows. He doesn't show any receipts for any of the other shit that he's going to say.
No. He spoke to his friend from the FBI and he asked him how to deal with the trolls online.
Yeah. He talks to a lot of people about how to deal with trolls online. And then he makes videos about them, giving them their props for all the shit that they do, and makes complete bullshit up, saying that he got swatted twice, but that was just bait. When they figure out that's not true, he then says, well, that was just bait to get them to, I don't know, talk about it? It doesn't make much sense. It doesn't make much sense.
Federal Agent Smith, how do I deal with all this online harassment? Expose the trolls for what they are.
Yeah, call them Nazis.
Genius!
And when they're homophobic, make sure you point that out in a video, because that's not fucking stupid at all. Alright.
I mean, what did he get swatted by? A roll of newspaper?
Not sure. Gino's just posted something. I'm thinking this should be okay to... just wait, better have a look at it first. This is from Fatty Caddy. Seems that Gino is quite interested in Fatty Caddy. That is not Sakaki Onesie. I thought they were one and the same because this is what Fatty Caddy would do, the exact same thing. Let's just see what he says. Fatty Caddy. Someone just gave me $4,000 because they thought I was kind to my cat? What? I bought a very expensive item. They knocked it off 4K because I can see from your cat's face that you are a good dude. Was it a man? A knife? It will be on my channel. I can post any of it on my actual social media because it would dox me? What the hell?
Hold on.
Oh, I need to go down this rabbit hole. I am making a video about a knife?
They knocked $4,000 off the price of this knife?
Yeah, because he was going to be kind to his cat or some shit? Oh. Ooh, is this a video? Oh, look at this. We've got Josh from Kiwi Farms talking about Fatty Caddy as well. Josh, do a stream on Fatty Caddy being a degenerate cat fucking incel. Oh, okay. Oh, jeez. Doors opened up there, didn't it? I blocked him on Twitter.
Calling the cat fucker a degenerate. Okay.
Yeah, well, I blocked him on Twitter because he chimps out at me every chimps out. Where have I heard that terminology before? At me every time I mention I don't live in the US. The dude's fucking pathetic. And if there's any kind of civil conflict, he's the first one dead. Yeah, it's really weird that this guy, and Fatty Caddy will always come to you and complain that you're talking about drama, yet seems to insert himself into the
What's
drama.
up, guys?
How can I play this video? Open link. Let's see what this is. Oh, that's not gonna work. How long is this video? you guys aren't going to be able to hear
What's
it.
up, guys? Fatty Catty here, and today we're going to be talking about how to meet people. Some of you out there thinking, wait, I don't need to meet people. I know too many people.
Yeah, you guys in my VC, you're just not going to be able to hear this, so you may just want to watch the stream. I'll just go down this rabbit hole for 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Why not? Thanks, Gino.
Well, this video isn't for you, obviously, and that's fine. Now, for the rest of you, let's get down to business. We are going to go over where to meet people, how to get them to like you, and then we're going to go over some great ways that I mess things up. Some I'm a master at messing things up, and I'm going to tell you what I do so you don't do that. Now, it all depends on what demographic you are looking to find. For mostly intelligent old people, go to the local chess club. You want quiet, reserved bookworms? Go to library. You get the idea. You try to fish with what you want to catch. Now, I have a knack for finding interesting people, and the trick is, go where you want to find what you want to find, and then fish there. Let's say you want to find some people who are interested in tech, go to a local tech gym. It's like a gym, but you rent equipment instead of, gym equipment. You get the idea. Go to where the fish want to go. Now, this does mean you're going to have to go to more social outlets. Like, instead of going to Walmart, go to a farmer's market. Or instead of going home and just watching TV and then going to bed, go out and have some fun. Generally interact with people that are in your area.
The fuck is this? Some sort of like how to turn your life around and be IRL more often or something. I don't know.
Instead of,
Socializing with the Tism 101.
Yeah, that's it. Maybe you should pick up a weird musical instrument. You could play in a band with Spectre.
Or watching TV, or other things. So now we're going to talk about how to get people to like you. Now, there's no real way to get people to like you in particular. The only thing you can really do is keep people from disliking you more, but generally, you spend time with people and they'll begin to like you. It's kind of how...
Fuck off, Fatty. Every time, like, Fatty Catty I've had very minimum contact with, but every time I've had, it's been, hey, dude, I don't like you because you cause drama and shit. And you're just like, hey, fuck off then. I'm trying to have a conversation. So the more talking that you have done, Fatty Catty, the more I've been like, hey, dude, fuck off. I fucking hate you. I do not like you. And everybody in Nick's server doesn't like you at this point. Because even they fucking see how much of a Sperg you are. Even the guy I made a slideshow presentation on thinks you're a fucking idiot. That's how much of an idiot you fucking are. Fatty Catty, you goofy fucking faggot.
I really want to meet this guy.
Oh, you gotta pay that $1. You gotta pay that
animal
$1.
instincts.
No, he's got to be somewhere else.
But there are some things you can do to help them along. One of the things you can do is make it a positive experience whenever they see you. Smile. Smiling never hurts anyone.
All you do is complain, you faggot!
Cordial. Ask them how their day's going. Ask them what time it is. That way you can get some Benjamin Franklin effect going. The Benjamin Franklin effect basically means that you get them to invest some time into you. That way they then feel invested in you and they want to help you out. It's kind of weird, but it totally works. Like, ask someone to pass you a napkin, they're more likely to like you a little bit more. It doesn't work like that exactly. The bigger the thing, the more they tend to like you.
Totally works.
But it's just general, helps you out a lot. We're going to get to the big no-no section. Now, there are two huge no-nos. You never talk about politics, and you never want to talk about religion. Now, that is the easiest way to kill a conversation. Like, we're talking faster than a vegan in a slaughterhouse. You do not ever bring up those two things unless you know a person very well. Like, I'm talking about your family well. And most of you don't know your family that well, so just don't talk about religion and politics.
What is this
because
faggot
it doesn't
shit?
help anyone. Now, we're...
It's basically, that's what we're watching right now, is just basically faggot shit, yeah. But this is the guy that just inserts himself into all conversations and tells you shouldn't be talking about drama and stop causing drama, guys, because I don't like it. Well, nobody likes it. Trust me, I'm the king of everybody. I'm talking on their behalf. And he does talk about politics. I've seen him do that, but not sure about religion.
I tend to falter in
Who
keeping
said something
conversation.
about way over the paywall?
John Kelly knows all about How to get into Nick Ricotta's Discord, just hit him up.
Going.
He's very good at it. He does it constantly.
Let me in.
What's that?
He'll probably fucking hook it up.
Yeah, maybe. You'll be the first one to get banned, trust me.
And to just leave things alone after I'm happy with conversation, and that's not very good. You want to keep things going. You want a discourse. You want someone to want to talk to you again. And the only way to do that is just continually chat with them. With that, I'm going to bring this video to an end, and I'm going to say thank you for watching up to this point. You can follow me on Twitter if you'd like to chat, and leave a comment, and I'll let you know what's up.
It's gonna let you know what's up. Oh, man. Oh, there's even more links here. Kinda ironic he was only able to kill ugly chicks. What? Oh yeah, we're gonna have to look into this a bit more. The real issue is I'm the most normal person here. It's the same man in an insane world. I just don't think he understands the fact that nobody likes this guy. Because even Spectre was whinging about him the other day in that VC. I think it's in that recorded VC too, right near the end, where I bring it up. And they're talking about the fact that they were trying to have a... Oh, hey, cat. They were trying to play a game in a VC. He came in and shat it all up and was just talking about what he wanted to talk about. And then tried to tell them that they shouldn't be talking about certain things. So they left, went to another Discord, and started up the VC again. And Fatty Catty followed them in there just to fucking say the same things. Yes. Some black guy at my school wanted to rap babble. I thought it was a meme. It wasn't even like a show of dominance. He thought it would be fun. I just said no. Okay.
He said Elliot didn't have shit on me. He said Elliot didn't have shit on me. Oh no!
I'm guessing this guy's on Carry
no!
Have you ever read The Republic and do you understand the concept of universals? You can post this all over when we are done if you wish. I just want to clarify a bit about my position since you wanted to know them. What? And he wants them to post out his fucking link? Let's just open up one or two more of these just to have a look. Fatty Catty. Oh, here you go. There's the Twitter. At Fatty Catty Peter. Me. Women reach their peak attractiveness at 18 and men reach their peak at 50 according to Match.com. My mum. That statistic is wrong. Me. Glad we have a Democrat in the family now. Oh, fuck off. Talking about fucking politics. No. Let's have a look. One more. This is a really good one. I'm trying to go through. It bothers me, and I don't love myself. I hate everything I am. I am a waste. Every gift I have is wasted. I am a disgrace to my family, to the men who came before, and I think we should have confronted them.
Oh no.
I'll have a read through some of these other ones. Let's go back to Boogie though. God damn it. Now I got too many things open. Guessing it's this one. Alright, back to Boogie, showing his receipts, which is basically other people doing just shitting on him and telling him what the problem is with Boogie.
You've probably been recommended one of these videos exposing me. And man, there's a lot of stuff in this that is very fair criticism. I've said and done some really stupid stuff in my 14 years on YouTube, my 10 years on Twitch. I mean, I've said and done some really indefensible stuff. But one of the major themes of all of these videos is that I'm a lying manipulator, that I've lied to my audience, that I've manipulated you guys, that the abuse I went through isn't true, or that the suicidal impulses that I talk about feeling, those aren't true. I don't actually have any mental disorders. And then I lie about all of this stuff to try to manipulate my audience, I guess to make money or something along that lines. And all of those rumors come from one place only, and that's a known hate subreddit. That hate subreddit is Sam and Tolkien. And if you've ever heard of a mega thread, this is that mega thread. And this is where this place is hosted. This is the people who put that stuff together. So let's talk a little bit about those people. I want to show you how all of this started. Back in 2015 on my subreddit, the owner of this particular subreddit posted this about me, saying that I wasn't serious about my weight loss, that I never have been, that I'm full of excuses, that I'm lying all the time, that I'm lying about my suicidal tendencies, and that those are gross exaggerations, and how I possibly couldn't have suicidal thoughts back when, because I had a beautiful wife, because I make 6 figures a year. I cropped out his name, I put this on Twitter, and I started a war. This guy has been coming at me for 5 years because I dared rebuke his bullshit. That's the guy who owns the subreddit that you're getting your information from. That's where that mega thread lives. And I'm going to show you some fairly choice stuff from that subreddit. But they are deleting stuff left and right now because they knew today was coming. They knew
I'm sure they are. I'm sure they're deleting everything. They're shaking in their boots, Boogie.
I was making this video. So they're trying to cover their tracks. But I will link to stuff like this medium here, which goes on to show that before I ever was part of their attention, they were sexist and ableist and homophobic, making fun of speedrunners because they were trans, because they were homosexual, because of the way they looked. I mean, yeah, this place basically...
Oh, it's the epitome of hell. That's sexist, ableist. How could you, you faggots? Fucking crapping on speedrunners that are trans. And
oh, no.
Oh, poor Boogie, poor Boogie. And so, yeah, Boogie thinks the best thing to do is to talk about this in a video, because that will make them delete everything. That might make them be laughing their asses off and enticing other people to be like, maybe I should go back to making songs about Boogie again. Those Boogie 1488 songs did do well. And other stuff.
Basically went from a speedrun saga website to just an overall harassment website. They have openly mocked and attacked speedrunners for as long as they can for some of the most petty and horrible and stupid and disgusting reasons. Before I do this, I want to make sure it's very clear that I don't expect this to negate anything I've said or done wrong. But I want you to consider the source when it comes to some of this stuff, and I tell you that some of this stuff isn't true. These are known liars, known manipulators, known gaslighters. They've been doing it for years, and they've been doing it to me. So when you take a look at what actual internet bullies these people are, I hope that you will learn to believe my word over mine, because I will absolutely own my actual mistakes, and we will talk about those in this video and further videos coming along. But for now, let me show you what bullies these people actually are. And what you can find there right now isn't even that bad compared to some of the other stuff they posted. They're cleaning house. I highly recommend you go look at an archive of that subreddit to see some of the more toxic stuff, because the stuff that's there now is stuff they decided it's okay to leave up. They also attack literally anybody that I work with. Here's Andy Sonor, who wanted to have me on his podcast tonight. Here they are tearing him a brand new hole for daring having worked with me. When I get a sponsor for the channel, they letter bomb those sponsors until that sponsor is worried about whether or not they should work with me. Now, the good news is my sponsors pretty much always take my side, but that doesn't mean they don't actively try to destroy anybody who work with me.
Let's skip forward a bit, but fucking hell. How to not make a video. Oh, Greek, also I unmuted you. Sorry, I totally forgot. You should hit me up.
Muted?
Yeah, no, you were, because you're making a shit ton of noise before with like 5 different echoes going off, so yeah, I had you muted for a few minutes, so.
I think it was my phone. I guess maybe my phone Discord was on.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, so, but no, supposedly they're deleting everything because they're all scared about Boogie and his evil video calling them all Nazis and homophobes and ableists.
And fans and attack them and mock them and call them every name in the book just for the sake of trying to discredit me. And some of these people will spend an hour or two every day doing this stuff. And not just for like a week, not for a month, but this subreddit has been actively attacking me and going through everything I've ever said and ever done on the internet for the last 3 years. They spend hundreds of man hours every day amongst them looking for any little mistake I've ever made, anything that I could say or do. And I don't think you can trust somebody who's that possessed, that's obsessed with something like that.
That's right. So if you've ever spent an hour looking through shit and going down rabbit holes on the internet and looking into Spergs and archiving stuff, you can't be trusted. You're just like a chimp helmet wearing second in command Z-list celebrity.
Yeah, my ears were burning. What were you saying?
I was just saying that Boogie is now saying that if you spend more than an hour online going into rabbit holes or trolling people, then you can't be trusted as a person because you're
helmet wearing chimp.
You're obsessed. It's just so clueless. Why would you make this video? It's just gonna do the total opposite of what he's thinking right now.
Like the freak show sign behind him.
He looks so weird now, doesn't he? That he's lost weight. Just looks like a real weird person.
Does.
He really
so
does.
Unnatural. It's probably an alien. Maybe he's a Groyper.
I mean, I don't like Jake Paul, but I'm not tweeting at Jake Paul 100 times a day. I'm not investigating Jake Paul looking for every little twist and turn. Someone who does something
Yeah, he does talk about his medication in this video sandwich, so yes, he is on drugs.
like that is most likely not to be trusted. And this subreddit has been doing that for 3 years, spending hundreds of man hours for 3 years. I mean, it speaks of real mental imbalance, and that's coming from somebody who should know. And when you take a look at this mega threat,
mental imbalance, guys.
And that's coming from someone who should know, he says.
Heph, did you know that plate are mentally imbalanced? Because they troll people and spend hours looking into their shit. I didn't know this. But now I do. Gino, how many, I know you're in chat, Gino. How many hours do you spend archiving stuff like fatty catty logs? You can't be trusted now.
Red, I want you to really look at it because it's so hypocritical and so full of BS that only a moron would fall for a lot of the stuff that's in this. And I'm not talking about the actual mistakes I've made because anyone's going to see that stuff. But take this, for example, right here where it says, contrary to what he claims, Boogie is not being accused of being a pedophile. But from there, all you have to do is scroll down the page to where they link to a clip and give it a false context saying Boogie doesn't want to have kids for fear of molesting them. That's what a pedophile does. A pedophile molests kids. You're accusing
Oh no, Boogie, no!
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, Gino said he spent too many hours. But the fatty catty stuff came from a really good dude. Oh well, he can't be trusted either because he probably spent more than an hour looking into it. Oh, Boogie, what have you done? It's a shame I can't play most of my Boogie songs because they'll get gassed off YouTube automatically these days. Yeah.
me of begging a pedophile after saying that's not what you're doing, idiots. Back to the top of the page where it says, contrary to what he claims, Boogie is not being accused of being a wife beater. Scroll down the page and here's this section where supposedly I made my wife sign an NDA. And they give it again false context saying that NDAs are signed when there are things to hide, which explains why Dez has been awfully quiet on the relationship or any psychological, not physical, abusive behavior towards her. And yes, I get that you're saying not a wife beater, but you're still accusing me of being emotionally abusive or any other type of abuse. You're being hypocritical. You can't trust those types of hypocrites. And by the way, my ex-wife never signed an NDA.
Didn't Boogie make her stick cherries in her vag and eat them out and gave her a yeast infection or some shit?
I'm not sure. You can hit her up on Twitter though at Des2988.
Yeah, Boogie talked about this on the stream.
He talks about everything on stream. Like maybe just don't talk about your IRL shit constantly on stream, and you may not have these problems.
This is horrible. I can't believe anyone would even talk about something like that.
Let's move forward a bit. I want to get into the swatting stuff because it's just hilarious, his fucking story.
Long time. And after talking to my friend at the FBI, after talking to a friend in PR, they made a suggestion. And
all right, so he's talked to his friend in the FBI, his PR manager, and this is the suggestion.
And that was to bait them and see what would happen. So I did. I had a private conversation with somebody I knew who posted on that message board, and I filled it full of tons of misinformation to see what they would grab a hold of.
You gotta be kidding me. All right, so he went to the FBI. Guys, Boogie went to the FBI and his PR firm. His PR firm both gave him this advice. You know what you need to do, Boogie? You need to bait those trolls and tell them that you got swatted and other crazy shit to see how they react. That's what you've got to do. And then talk about it in a video.
So he went on there and he pretended to be a child molester because the FBI told them to.
Well, I don't know about the child molester and stuff. Here, he's gonna talk about what he talked about with this person now.
Now, I want to show you these receipts, but someone, probably from that subreddit, hacked into my Twitter today. I don't have access to it. As soon as I do, I'll...
All right, so yeah, that's the other important thing. He reckons his Twitter was hacked. Now, he reckons it was hacked by some sort of application, which the whole thing just seems like bullshit, and he had it back within like an hour. And all they did while his Twitter account was hacked, guys, is they just deleted the messages that made Boogie look bad. And that was it. The receipts, his evidence that he needs to show also got deleted, so it wasn't just it, I guess. I misspoke. Alright, let's keep going. This is just such bullshit. It's like fucking Spectre stories times 1,000, where it's sort of, you know, there's this 0.1% possibility. This is like sort of...
007.
Alright, let's keep going.
Link this video. I'll link all of this stuff and show you guys. But take my...
He never does it.
...word for it. I told him all kinds of outlandish stuff. I told him that I was writing a book, which is not an entire lie, but I told him that I was swatted twice in December. I told them that that I dated a girl that was 43 years old for the last couple of years because I wanted to see what they would do with this information, and I just wanted to keep them busy.
Now, I'm gonna let, like, Toad McKinney pointed this out in his video. I'll link it in chat now. I suggest you put it in a tab and watch it after this, because, you know, I don't want to just watch it verbatim.
Better help was a covert operation by the CIA.
Well, here's an interesting part. He didn't just tell, like, he's putting a lot of stuff into a weird context. He didn't just tell this one person about how he got swatted. He put that out on Twitter and made it public statements about how he was swatted twice back in December. But now he's turned around and said, no, it's just bait for the trolls. And in this video, he makes it sound like he only did it in that one video, in the one chat that he had with this troll. So, oi, oi, oi.
Wanted to bait him based on what my PR person said. They said, give him something to talk about. So I did. What they latched onto, though, I was totally surprised with what they latched on because they incriminated themselves so beautifully that...
What sort of PR fucking firm would give you advice to do that? To fucking bait your trolls with a whole bunch of bullshit? How would that logically work out by telling trolls that you got swatted? I just don't see how there's a positive outlook for something like that. I really don't get it.
Bullshit.
His PR firm was trolling him.
It sounds like it. It sounds like it.
That I can't, if you have respect for these people after me showing you this, then I don't want you to have respect for me because I no longer respect you. Right here, and one of the most...
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I need to replay that. I need to replay that. I need to replay that. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Okay.
If you have respect for these people after me showing you this, then I don't want you to have respect for me because I no longer respect you. Right here.
Okay, guys, so if you don't believe Boogie, if you don't believe him, and you don't have no respect for these people, well, he has no respect for you because fuck you, you know. You gotta believe Boogie. Alright, let's keep playing this. This is beautiful.
Here, and one of the most upvoted posts on this entire subreddit, they show where they both doxed me, where they searched police records involving my address and my home information, and they have literally gone completely batshit insane. First up, to do this, they had to look up my private information, including my address, and that is doxing me. Then they
didn't post that out, though. They just looked it up to use it, to check if what you were saying was true.
Deep dove all of these police dispatch logs. He literally says he spent the last 4 days going over these records. This is not a healthy behavior. This is not what a healthy person does. They searched through 4,587 records to look for my address, to try to catch me in a lie that, by the way, was from a private conversation that got leaked. That's how obsessed these people are. I
don't know about this leak stuff because I've seen tweets of him fucking saying it, though. I don't know. I don't know enough about this. I shouldn't be making 100% claims.
How dangerously mentally insane these people are. It's absolutely crazy. Now, he has since edited that post, but originally, in his original post, he listed the 3 dates that he did find that I did have visits from the police. And any idiot could then go to those police records, which are publicly available, and backwards engineer my address. That's why I'm saying I got doxxed, because any moron from that point could look at the date that he originally posted, look at the only welfare check of that day, and then 30 seconds later show up at my front door with a gun. That is a violation of Reddit policy. Reddit needs to deal with that, not me. I ain't dealing with that. But I hope Reddit does, because you can't do that. You can't post people's private information online. And they know that. They go right up to the edge as often as they can, but they try to stay under the rules with their harassment. This time they crossed the line, though. That's just pure fact. In fact, I checked Google Cache, and here that is, right here. This is what they did. They called the cops to get my personal private information and put it on the internet. And I know that now that I'm posting these days here, you guys can figure out what my address is, but thanks to them, it's already out there. So not much I can do about it now.
So he's gonna dox himself. Oh,
fucking dumbass. Yeah, make it that much worse, Boogie, you fucking retard.
Go ahead, show up at the front door if you need to. But by posting this, he violates Reddit policy, and more importantly, he violates me. This is not something that's okay to do. In order to bait them like this, I had to lie. I mean, they've been calling me a liar and a manipulator this whole time, and I decided that I would just embrace it. That's what I would do in order to see if I can give them enough rope to hang themselves. They play it right in.
Oh, you're the ultimate goofy faggot. Oh, top tier faggotry. I had to lie, guys. I had to bait them out. The FBI told me.
That's why I became one.
Oh, let's get going. It's too good.
Do it. I probably should have done this years ago when this harassment first started, but at least I did it now.
Oh no! Oh, I should have done this years ago.
He should have lied about getting swatted. What an idiot. He should have made this video years ago. This is what's going to save his career. Oh, okay, let's keep going.
Dirt for having lied to you guys. It breaks my heart. I don't like doing that kind of thing. It sucks. It sucks. It makes me feel like garbage to have sunk to this level. But at this point, my career is over. At this point, my YouTube channel is over. Public perception about me is completely gone. So I had nothing else to lose at this point. If I lose you, one of the last things I had to lose over it, I'm genuinely sorry. I genuinely am. And they're telling me that I broke the law by lying about this stuff, so I might even go to jail. But if it was a way...
They told us to do it. Now they're telling me it's a lie.
That's right. The FBI told him to, guys, but now he has to go to jail.
It's PR for
Something's just not adding up. I don't know what it is. What a fucking idiot. Oh, you can see why I wanted to talk about this. Salty, can you stop fucking rolling condoms over water bottles, dude, or whatever the fuck you're doing?
I tried to turn him down, but
he'll mute himself. All right, Salty, I'm muting you. Fuck you, dude.
He's shuffling cards.
To try to...
I don't know. Putting condoms down his arms or something, so he can fuck a pig. Not sure. There's many questions. Many questions.
Save my career. I hope you can understand why I did it. If it was a chance to save my relationship with you, I hope you understand why I did it. This is completely out of character for me. It fucks me up having to do it. But here we are. That's the world I live in now. You told me to grow a spine, so there's my spine. And then the craziest thing about it is that when you go to the subreddit right now, they'll tell you there's no way I was smarter than them. It's no way that I'm better than them. He lies all the time. That was just him lying, and now he's lying again to cover the lies. You can only cry wolf so much, guys. I mean, you got me this time. I absolutely lied about the swatting this time to try to bait you guys.
This time?
But you say everything. You're going to even call this video a lie. That's how full of shit you are.
Look at
that face. Look at that face. That face never lied to you. That's the face of an honest man right there. This doesn't sound like the biggest crock of shit I've ever heard.
I know. When you successfully lie to your fans about being swatted, accuse your critics of a felony, and make your local police department appear incompetent and get called out for it. Oh yeah, because you know what he said? He said that the police have come over to his house so many times that they don't record in dispatch anymore. Like, he requested that they didn't. So that was his excuse for that. Yeah, there's a lot more info in the Todd McKinney video. I do recommend watching it after this, because I watched this rolling around laughing, and then I saw that this morning, his video, and watched that as well, and it's a lot more, it's good for a lot more context. Oh, let's watch a bit more. This is too good.
And I think it's time that people stop believing your gaslighting, lying horse shit. That's what abusers do, by the way. That's how they manipulated you guys into all...
So horseshit. Look at that, guys. He's got his mouth ready and open. Oh my god, what a dumbass.
All of this, by the way. When an abuser wants to gaslight you, what they do is they claim you're the gaslighter. When an abuser wants to abuse you, they claim that you are the abuser. And that's what these people have done. They want...
Well, lying about getting swatted while showing their Reddit, their subreddit, and calling them without any receipts a bunch of homophobes and Nazis and all sorts of other stuff. Oh my god, I want to see the like to dislike ratio. Oh, actually, it's got more likes still than dislikes. Alright, so 8.2k liked it to 6.4 dislikes. Wow. Wow, so it's actually got more likes. It's a bit surprising though that this has been up. This is I didn't know what you said. You cut out. It's been up for what 2 days now, and it's only got 148,000 views, and he's got 4.4 million subs. So he obviously is losing a lot of viewership. Probably because he's just doing fucking saying stupid shit and worrying about this too much and talking about his IRL fucking crap all the time. Fuck off.
To attack me, they wanted to discredit me. They were doing it long before I got divorced, long before I said or did any of the stupid things I've said and done over the last couple of years. But they have tried to lie to you and manipulate you into thinking I'm the liar.
What are you doing right now, you fucking idiot?
Who do you think is more likely to lie here? Me, the person who experienced all of these things and I'm telling
Oh no.
Oh god.
Alright, Salty, I've unmuted you too, because I've noticed you muted yourself, so there you go. Alright, let's keep going,
you about them, or the people who don't know me at all. My history in Southwest Virginia, my abuse is well documented. I have friends and family members who come forward to talk about it. My ex-wife, my brother, even my sister has admitted to some of it online, and she doesn't want to be involved at all. I have the receipts, I have the facts, I have the truth, and all they have is a bunch of clips that they took out of context, and they were attacking me long before I even gave them one of those clips to you.
Now, how many receipts has he shown so far? He did mention that his Twitter got hacked and they all got magically deleted. So yeah. But he's got the receipts, guys, although he hasn't shown them. So who do you trust? Let's keep going, though.
Use. When you take a look at this mega thread, if you haven't already, please use a critical mind. There's so much stuff on this that shouldn't even be open to criticism. Who I date, how I live my life, my weight loss, any of this stuff, none of this should be something that they discuss. They literally searched internet archives back to 2004 to the websites I published back in 2004 looking for things that they could take out of context and attack me with. Here they are talking about where I forgave my sister for molesting me and how I must be lying about my sister. Every single thing that they possibly can take and run with, they do. So much of this is such obvious bullshit that if you believe everything on this list, literally everything, then you must be one of the most gullible people in the world. And look, if there's one thing on here you don't believe, then I hope you have a critical mind for the rest of it. Because yes, I have made my mistakes. Absolutely. But most of what's on here ain't that. And if in your mind it comes...
It just makes you want to go over there and start looking through all the shit just for a good laugh at this point.
Right.
Oh, goofy dickhead. Oh my god. Oh, why would you do that? And you can tell he's obsessed over this. Like, he's probably in that subreddit all the fucking time, seeing what people are saying about him, and then trying to talk about his IRL shit on stream to try and give out the truth. It's like, dude, just fucking stop. Like, how do you not fucking see it? Like, at this point, just stop talking about your IRL shit, and the problems will start going away. And stop lying, you goofy faggot. Fucking hell. Ugh.
It's like a desk at the FBI. They're having a good laugh about the bad advice they gave this guy. They're sitting there to the just adding to the Reddit.
Alright, let's keep going.
Comes down to my word versus them, then I want you to take a look at my 14-year history of work here on YouTube, where I've run charity streams, helped out small creators, when I would raid a small creator on Twitch every night, helping them get partnered, where I've given away money to fans, where I've done giveaways here on this YouTube channel, and all of the other good that I have done here. And compare that to any good that they've done, the lack of good that they've done, and the horrible amount of damage they've done, not to me, but to other people like Narissa, like Cosmo, all of the other people they have shit on over the years before I was even in their crosshairs. I think it's pretty easy to pick a side. And once again,
I'm so thinking about joining that subreddit and getting involved in this again. It's good fun. By the way, guys, I have done giveaways on this stream before, so do remember that when drama eventually comes my way and you all start shitting on me. Because I shake my butthole on stream or do something. We all know it's going to happen one day. Just remember that. I did do giveaways. I was nice to you. I'll tell you some story about getting swatted or something. Alright, I can't believe we got all the way through. This is very entertaining. Let's watch another minute or two and then we're going to wrap it up.
Again, does this excuse any of the stupid jokes I've made that could be taken as racist, as could be taken as homophobic, or something that could be taken out of context because I joke about suicide, I joke about my own molestation? No, absolutely not. But when I compared these people to rapists and Nazis, even though these people are scum, they're nothing like a rapist, nothing like a Nazi. That's not something I should have said. I've said and done some really stupid stuff.
Oh, he called them racist, guys. He called them racist. He called them Nazis. It's horrible.
He called them rapists.
Rapists? Rapists? Jesus Christ. How are they rapists?
No, he said they're worse than
worse
rapists.
Than rapists.
Than Nazis.
Worse than Nazis. Sorry. Sorry. Oh, no. Yeah, Paulie is banned. Oh, god damn it. Dan must have banned him again.
And if you dislike me because I've said those stupid things, and you think those stupid things outweigh the good that I've done or the content that I create, then that's fine. I don't want you watching my content. I want you to go on about your life and enjoy it.
All right.
But if you're one of these
gonna watch
people that have been gaslit into thinking I've been a liar, I've been a manipulator, that I've made you do something you didn't want, that I took advantage of you, that I ever wanted anything other than to entertain you and inspire you to be a better person than I am and to do better than me, if that's what you think, then I hope that maybe you'll reconsider where you got that information from and take a critical look at both that information and both of what I provided here today, and as well as the rest of my channel. And maybe you'll come back. You probably won't. I mean, this is a video of a desperate man who realizes he's got really nothing else to lose. So I finally decided to sink to their level. I hate myself for it. But, you know, when you get put in a corner, you do what you got to do to get out. Now I'm going to go think long and hard about posting this, because in order to post this, I have to publicly admit I may have done a felony. Guys, thanks for watching.
Come on, dude.
I love you very much. I'll speak with you again soon.
Come on. Oh, I do highly recommend watching the Todd McClinney video. I will link it again in chat. Pretty sure that's it. For you to watch again. We are gonna wrap it up. Oh wow, we went over 3 hours today. Stretch, are you still around, or your audio still seems to still be buggered? Poor old Stretch. Poor old Stretch. Next week we have no idea what the fuck we're doing, but we will get. Oh, Stretch just left. He's quit the show. It's all over.
Third chair.
Third chair is gone. And yeah, next week we don't know what we're doing. Dark Ninja does want on. I'm just wondering if that could make a stream. Do we really want to do that to ourselves? I don't know, but it's been a lot of fun anyway. I hope everybody had a good time. Groypers, as a collective, I hope you enjoyed yourselves. Thank you for coming on and talking about...
Oh man, my shit's fucking retarded.
Yeah, it's been
had to
weird.
restart everything.
It's fucking annoying. Yeah, thanks for coming on.
Too much autism.
Thanks for telling us about LonleyKek. It was quite interesting. I was interested, so feel free to clip it and post it around. I know that's what you wanted to do, so you can warn people about them. Anything else you guys want to say, Groypers?
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, no problem.
It's a pleasure.
It was pretty good. Heph and Stretch, you're both helmet wearing chimps. But thanks for being here anyway.
Yeah, whatever. I thought the story would get more interesting having him explain it to me. Or to us.
Yeah.
But it didn't.
Well, there's not much I can do about that. There's not much I can do about it. All I can do is play some little fireworks for you. There you go. Celebrate that. The LonleyKek stuff wasn't as interesting.
No, I said I was hoping. I didn't think it would be.
All right. Well, we did play the game again as well today. Let's quickly do that.
But who's the biggest Spurg? He's a Spurg, and there's a Spurg, but who's the biggest Spurg? Oh my God, they're all Spurging, but who's the biggest Spurg? He's a Spurg, and he's a Spurg, but who's the biggest Spurg?
Yeah, that's right. We did. We were introducing a few new Spergs and all the old Spergs. There's so many Spergs to choose from. You've got Father Marlon Groyper, Salty Frog, Heph, Stretch, Ukrainian Groyper, Greek, Ricotta, Sandwich, that other guy that called in that then sat and waiting for fucking a whole hour. Spectre, Bakaki onesie.
I kept moving him in and out of the
It's just too many.
There, sorry.
There's just too many. Paulie, I don't think Dan's watching. I will talk to him later. I did warn you that jumping back into the Discord without waiting a few days might not go too well with you. Yes, it is racist towards Italians, I think. I'm not sure. I'm not up on the Discord who we're racist against today. Well, I'm voting for Bakaki onesie. He's my biggest Spurg for today.
Goddamn feral whites banning all the wogs.
One day Caesar will be the biggest Spurg. That'd be a great day. That's going to be really interesting when he fucks up.
What do you mean one day, faggot?
Oh, no.
You got a tater patch in your garden, boy.
I love it when Plate come to spam docs and then come and whinge to you the very next day saying they never spam docs or never spam. It's like, dude, I had to try and work out how to try and delete 20 messages and I couldn't. I had to get Dan to do it for me. But yeah, no, I see the issue, so I'll see if we can look into it.
Dark Ninja got it today.
Why? What happened with Dark Ninja? I don't.
He kept going into Mustard and as a pedo and shit.
Right. Well, that's always gonna go well, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he asked for it, dude.
It's a whole bunch of spurgery some days.
Even if you're all gay about doxing, it's still kind of like, well, you know.
Yeah. That's it. Oh well. I think this stream was a bunch of people talking about lies and stuff. So we'll go out with a song from Kevin Bloody Wilson, and he's gonna tell us about what was really said. I'm gonna go deaf, guys. I'll be back in a few minutes if you're still here.
Wait, you have Venom in the server?
Yeah. That's what the
why
whole.
haven't I been harassing him?
That's what the whole problem was. Yes, and I didn't know about him. Yeah. So, wait a minute. I'm going deaf. I'm not talking about that. I don't need to talk about that on stream. I don't even know the faggot until last night. All right, here we go. Have a good one, guys.
I've come to the conclusion, 'cause I get around a bit, that half of what you read is bull and the other half's all shit. And the truth is really nothing like what you probably read. Shit, I was there, I ought to know what was really said. I know what was really said, fucking hope I do. Cross me heart and hope to die. Now look, I wouldn't lie to you, 'cause shit, mate, I was there, I ought to know. May lightning strike me dead. Honest, mate, fair dinkum, I know what was really said. I know what was really said. When Captain Cook first lobbed, he said, this land's not fit for animals, much less we of British blood. A couple of abos overheard what was going on, and one turned to his mate and he said, fucking whinging pom. And what about back in World War II when the Yanks first dropped the bomb? Holy shit, like July 4, let's drop another one. 6,000 ton of TNT, the noise, the blinding flash, and the mayor of Hiroshima saying, oh, what the fuck was that? That's what he really said. Fucking hope he did. Cross me heart and hope to die. Now look, I wouldn't tell a fib, cause shit, mate, I was there, I ought to know. May lightning strike me dead. Honest, mate, fair dinkum, that's what he really said. And a touching scene just recently was Kim Hughes on TV. When the mighty Windies brought Australia to her knees, he said, I don't want to be captain, it's my fault that they won. I don't want to play cricket, I just want me mum. And what about the Pope that time? You know, when he got shot, he wasn't doing nothing. He was just out blessing wogs. They say that he forgive the bloke that shot him with that gun. Had it been me, I would have said, you fucking dirty cunt. That's what he should have said. Fucking hope he should. Cross me heart and hope to die. Now look, I wouldn't lie if I could, cause shit, mate, I was there, I ought to know. May lightning strike me dead. Honest, mate, fair dinkum, that's what he should have said. And at the royal wedding, for all the world to see, when Lady Di leaned over and kissed her old man on the cheek, they made it sound so romantic, like, Charles, give me a kiss. But I read her lips and I reckon she said, I'm bustin' for a piss. And back when Labour shit on Liberals with such a massive win, and Malcolm Fraser got the arse and Bob Hawke was voted in, he held the V for victory sign and he gave a little laugh and he said, oh, there you go, Malcolm, you wanker, shove those up your ass. That's what he really said. Fucking hope he did. Cross me heart and hope to die. Now look, I wouldn't tell a fib, cause shit, mate, I was there, I ought to know. May lightning strike me dead. Honest, mate, fair dinkum, that's what he really said. Honest, mate, fair dinkum, that's what he really said.
Righto. Heph is a chimp wearing monkey. God damn it! God damn bloody thing. Alright.